Hey guys, thanks for coming through. Listen, it's tonight is the night. This is our show, right? The Real Housewives of Potomac. And they gave us a show last night. Oh, what a show. I did not watch the entire Watch What Happens Live with Candiace because I just didn't feel like it. But if y'all watched it and you got something to tell me that she said that was of any importance or significance, let me know. I'm going to tell you a real quick story really quickly, but we ain't going to let you know a bad apple dampen our day, okay, or our night, so to speak. So today, and I gotta say truthful and honestly, I was a little careless, right? Because it is holiday time. Not only is it holiday time, but people are out there, they're kind of desperate. I'm hearing that people are actually robbing moving cars, okay? It is insane in these streets. So Great Tribe, be extremely, extremely, extremely careful. So I went to my gym, my CrossFit class at I take a 5:15 a.m. class. Been going to this place for I'm gonna say over 2 years or about 2 years, right? So I get there maybe at 5 o'clock because the class starts at 5:15. Park my car. I just usually go in the gym with my sneakers and my car keys, right? Well, and listen, guys, who wanna mess with the Divas Hyundai? Leave my Hyundai alone. God darn it. Okay, I got 2023 Hyundai. I just got it. Literally, the what do you call them darn temporary tags is still on it. I was riding nice and happy, minding my business. So I park my car, I come out, they broke into my car. So they tried to break the front passenger side window. They couldn't get in. They broke the back window. They stole my bag. Diva's phone was in the bag. I'm an Android chick. Matter of fact, as I'm talking, are you Android or you Apple? Holla if you Android. Put it in the chat there. You Android or you Apple, okay? So I'm an Android. I have my phone in there. I have my Galaxy earbuds in there, my wallet. It was just disgusting. I'm so pissed. And listen, I'm not a chick that carries cash, but every time I go see my dad, like he's done this my whole entire life. Every time I go see my dad, come on through. Gigi got both. Okay, Jersey Girl 68, you an Apple. Yeah, my son. Look, y'all Apple people. Get out of here, Apple people. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay, all Apple. We got everybody's Apple. Can be some joy. There you go, Erica. Okay, Bella. Android baby. Come on now. Android baby. Yes. Queen B, you Android? All right. We got the androids in the building. Yes. Okay, wow. I swore, Diva, I just got an Apple, but Miss My I know you too, Miss G. Me messing with that darn Apple, okay? I'm Apple, but love Android. Come on, S lover, Android in the building. So my Galaxy earbuds was in there, my phone was in there, my license, and like I said, I normally never carry money, but when I go see my daddy, he always gives me cash. So I had $150 cash in there. My debit cards was in there. It's just, you know what? Even forget about this stuff. It's like a violation. You feel violated because now they know my address for sure because they got my license, right? So now Thursday, ADT is coming up here. I already have ADT, but they're about to turn this into Fort Knox. We putting some cameras in the back, a camera in the front. We about to upgrade the whole ADT. God darn, these people causing me extra money. Okay, but I gotta upgrade here and get my camera. So all I want to say though is I'm fine. I had my moment earlier, but we here because we got to get this party with Real Housewives of Potomac. And the main thing I want to say is, everybody, it's the holidays. People are struggling and strapped for cash. Be safe. Watch your surroundings. Okay. So the cop told me to watch my surroundings and everything all the time, just in general. Because he said the streets are crazy. All right. And I want all of y'all, let's all be safe together. So virtue hug to everybody. Be safe. Now we about to get on this train, okay? Because you know how we do over here. Okay. And if you going to chat with us, don't catch no feelings. Okay, don't catch feelings. We everybody get to say what they gotta say, and you can agree to disagree, but we gonna talk here, okay? And don't derail our train, okay? All it takes to be on this train, Your only ticket, your admission ticket is hit the like button. That's it. Okay. And that's free. So it's free admission. Just hit the like button and that's it. Oh, they're stealing Kias and Hyundais. My car was stolen last Wednesday. Oh my God. Child, if I knew they was all into them Hondas like that, I would have left mine in the dealership. But I mean, what can I do? I'm stuck with her now. It's sad though. It's so sad. So we about to get on this train and talk about stay on the track. Come on, stay on track. Okay. Yes, and hit that like button, right? So Sebastian's in the building. He's here on behalf of Ashley. Okay, we're gonna talk. Okay, listen. Come on. Okay, Roy is here. We're gonna have some fun.
Hey, everybody.
Yes. Thank you, Plum.
Hit that like button.
Your card. Thank you, Plum. Okay. Hey, Robyn.
Hey, Diva, Roy, and everybody else.
Hey.
Where's E?
Okay, I know E is not. It says she says she's there, but it's not really there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe E will come back in. Okay, Nadi, you in there twice. Let me kick one out. Okay, you're good. Okay, hey Nadi. All right. Emmanuel, we got to bring our pizza.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up, Emmanuel?
Hey.
Oh, sorry, Diva. You already know that hit home right away as soon as you talked about it.
Yes. Okay. And Curbs is coming in the building. Oh, we got Full House tonight. Oh, shoot. It's about to go down. Straight in the hood. I see.
I've been MIA.
No,
I've been MIA.
Hey, yes.
Hello,
Okay, so hold on. What's this? Morgan, I don't know. This doesn't look familiar to me. Morgan, you gotta show me your face. I'm the only one I could see, and then you can go back on. Okay, you good? Hey, okay, you good? All right. It's a party. Oh, Tracy, you starting already? Thank you, Tracy. My thing always in the car. You know what I mean? Okay, Tracy. Wait, I had to catch that.
Whoa.
You know, y'all.
What does she mean?
Medea.
Listen, Medea, thank you whoever said that. Medea, you gotta protect yourself. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, come on, Tracy. Okay. It's just the streets are crazy, y'all. But we're Full House to train. Yes, Sebastian.
Did you hear about Nini's son?
That he's doing better?
He's doing better. He's walking and everything.
I saw that and I said to myself, amazing. God is amazing. Because yes, when you have a stroke and he had a congestive heart failure, and you know what? I was praying for her because I'm like, she don't need this, and she just recently lost like Greg. So yes, I did hear about that. And to God be the glory. Okay, so guys, here we go. We're on the train. Let's get started. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, so they having the what? Yes. What happened?
I don't know if anybody knows, but Christy Alley just passed away.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. What happened?
Long battle.
She was battling cancer.
Died.
Oh my God!
Oh,
my
condolences.
Oh, I love her.
Love her. Her eyes.
Yes. What did she play in? What was that show? Cheers. Where everybody knows your name.
She got radical in her later years.
Yeah, she did.
Kind of like Cheers, Diva.
Huh?
Your place is kind of like Cheers. Your place is kind of like Cheers.
Oh.
Yes, where everybody knows your name. Yes.
Okay, all right. So okay, rest in peace. Okay. So let's talk about this white cat party for Karen's 59th birthday. Not sure what Giselle had on, but okay. Karen looked amazing, but I love the Grand Dame, right? Mia, even though she didn't have on all white, she was cute. It was a cute dress. I'm gonna give it to her. I like the dress. Jaqueline was okay, not bad. Ashley was okay. Charisse was a hot mess. Okay.
Oh my God.
We're gonna have to take up a collection for Sharice if she comes back next
No,
season.
we're not.
Just get her
Actually,
a
no.
couple of outfits. Can we go to
Nope.
the Goodwill and get her some stuff? Oh,
What
y'all
you
not
say?
getting her
She can get
nothing.
it all herself.
She
She
need
can
a
get it
wig
all
too.
herself.
Listen,
Oh,
Sharice
yeah.
is broke. Her beauty's fading. She is one of the housewives that have glowed down. Okay, I'm sorry,
Oh my
Sharice.
God.
It's the fact.
I missed
You
her
see
beauty,
lines. I'm trying to see
Sebastian.
rolls in her face. It's horrible, Sharice.
Oh
Like, come
no.
on
Every
now.
time she talks,
Sebastian.
it's like nails scratching down a chalkboard. It's just like, be quiet already.
She-
Why'd you even chime in?
I know it's annoying.
She needs
Okay,
a new.
so hold on, guys. Let me finish out this scene here. Robyn looked a mess. Okay. Now what I thought was nice at this white party was the Karen moments, right? When they all kind of gave their little thing about, their moment with Karen. They talked about the wig shift. Yes, they talked about the wig shift. They talked about G. Even Mia jumped in and talked about G. And see, these moments for them only last about 60 seconds to 2 minutes. But when they have these moments, I love them. I think this is what we want to see on the show, like stuff like that, right? So everybody, and Karen even said too, she said everyone comes for her marriage. Sharice can go to North Star and rag. Thanks, Tracy. Okay, so I get it, y'all. We are not buying Sharice any clothes. I was just trying to help the sister out. Okay. We got Sean that is an Apple forever. Come on, y'all. Android is what's up, but okay, y'all, right? So they talk about at this white party. Ashley addresses Candiace and said, yo, pretty much like, what's up with your husband? Okay, because he's on Twitter losing his mind. And then of course, Giselle has to jump in. Wait, they want to send Sharice to TJ Maxx, okay?
I was thinking Marshalls, D, but TJ Maxx a little too high class. Marshalls got layaway though.
Marsha's got layaway. She gonna need it, right? So and then wait. Oh, Gigi said, yeah, the wig shift was reality TV gold. Yes, because the Grand Dame, she doesn't take herself too seriously. You know what I mean? She knows how to just have. You know what? The Grand Dame knows how to do reality TV. Can we agree that maybe the Grand Dame? Oh, they said Mims is in the building. Mims, if you in the building, I didn't see you. Hi, Mims. So. The Grand Dame can probably write a book on how to survive reality TV. And the first people that need to read it, well, we got a couple of people that need to read it, but we'll talk about that when I finish out this scene, right? So, Ashley confronts Candiace about Chris. And Candiace, loses her mind. She's like, who wants this? Who else wants to say something to me? Who wants some of me? Okay. Now, the only thing that Candiace said right at that white dinner was the fact that they don't know what they want her to do. If she talk too much, they say she aggressive. If she doesn't talk, they say that she's not caring enough or whatever the case may be. So before we get to the other scenes, let's quickly all go around, talk about this white scene, the white birthday dinner that Mia did not want to host, because Mia is a brat too, right? Mia did not want to host, but I will say this: the whole fire show. All right, I gotta save up my coins, okay, for my next birthday, because I gotta have some dramatics and stuff at my birthday dinner, okay? The fire show was nice. I did enjoy it. And Karen, I'm not mad at Karen. She's milking this whole trip is about her birthday. 5'9". All right, so let's go around. Sebastian, we're just talking about the white party. Who do you think looked the best at the white party? Who should read this book that Karen is going to write about how to survive reality TV?
Who should read this book?
Yeah.
First, I think it's important that everyone who is in RHOC, Real Housewives of Orange County, to read this book, because that show is trash. They need to look at some lessons from Karen.
Okay.
Second of all, I personally think Karen is one of the best housewives.
Okay.
I have a list. Karen is there. The worst dressed of the whole evening was Mia and Giselle and Sharice.
Wait, hold on. You didn't like that white, even though she didn't have the color, she had the color scheme on. You didn't like the roses on that dress?
No. No.
Oh my God.
Absolutely not.
The dress. You didn't think she looked cute?
No, I really did not.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay. All
She
right. Go ahead,
she looks like
Sebastian.
she looks like dirt that I stepped on. That's what she really looked like. With those
Ronald McDonald. Like she looked like Ronald McDonald for real.
Okay, so wait, Tracy, thank you for the super chat. TJ Maxx runway stores like Shop and Neiman Marcus. Sharice may not be able to afford. Sharice can afford Ross, maybe LL. So we're done with Sharice and her fashion. She gonna have to work it out herself. Thank you, Tracy. I truly appreciate it. Okay, so all right, Sebastian. So what do you think about this white party? Who needs to read this book that we want Karen to write? And who was the best dressed at the white party?
Best dress, I'm going to give to Candace and Karen. Candace and
Okay.
Karen. And who needs to read the book? Let's see. Robyn, Giselle, Mia,
Wendy.
Monique.
Oh,
Yeah, quite a few people need to read that book, but that's just a few. Um, as far as the white party, we're not gonna say that Mia tried to host this party because Mia didn't do anything. Mia's representative hosted this party. Mia's representative set up this
Yeah,
party, and
how
Mia's
did I forget that?
representative ended
How
this
did I
party.
forget that?
So
Okay.
Mia didn't do anything. I was a little confused because I thought that we were not celebrating Karen's birthday dinner because it wasn't Mia's responsibility due to Karen going to um,
See about
check on her
Wendy.
friend Wendy. Yeah, check on her friend Wendy. So it was just very, off-putting to me that once we got to the table and we sat down, that all of a sudden everything was back for Karen again. I'm not Karen for yeah, Karen. And then, as Karen began to talk and, I guess began to fill her libations, it kind of shocked me a little bit. It threw me aback when she apologized to Mia for going to
Yes,
check on Wendy on her birthday. And I said,
yes,
Karen, whoa,
yes, yes.
double?
Thank you, Roya. That's why
Are
you're
we,
here.
are we doing what Giselle was talking about last episode? Choose a side, pick a side, and be on that side. Like, Karen, you're confusing me a little, and I don't like it, Queen Grandam. Now, I love you dearly, but I don't like it. And the way that Candice was reading and checking and going and moving through the girls at the white party. I mean, Candice is done with the foolishness. I can't satisfy you if I cry. I can't satisfy you if I go off. If I sit back and say anything, you're still not satisfied. If I blow up, then it's a problem. It's just,
Right.
how can I satisfy these girls? And I'm just so proud that at this point, Candice is just doing whatever, just like everybody else. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to keep my hands to myself, but I'm going to use my words. I'm going to insult these girls. I'm going to tell them the truth until I have to hide behind my own lie, but we'll get to that.
Yes, yes. And you know what? Thank you, Roya, because you reminded me. What was that, Karen? Apologizing to Mia. I was like, wow.
Backpedaling, all
Backpedaling.
the way.
Yes, yes. So, Emmanuel, what did you think about this white dinner party and who dressed the best?
To be honest, I don't really remember who was dressed or how they looked, but Candice and Ashley did such a great job the day before when they got together to go to Wendy that I forgot they weren't getting along until the
Right.
dinner. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But yeah, it was a fun party. Although my mind just kept thinking of, I just kept thinking poor Wendy in some hotel room by herself, and they're all there.
Yeah.
That made me upset. But yeah, it looked fun, and I would say since they were showing their favorite Karen moments, mine is when she said, "Is Jamal coming?" Didn't think so. Yeah.
That was good, Emmanuel. That was good.
I forgot about that. Oh,
That's funny.
that was beautiful and
Miss
that was
Dungeon,
classic.
to you, do I think that Candice needs to belong? I don't think that Candice needs to belong because Candice has enough going on her own without having to belong. I mean, I feel honestly right now that Candice is just trying to fit. I mean, just trying to like sit until she lifts off her career. Because
Exactly.
Candiace is acting now. She's got her
Yes.
music going on. She's doing music videos. Candiace
Yes.
doesn't need this. We're just trying to wrap the
Right.
season to finish off this so we can get away from these girls.
I kind of feel like Candiace is doing this as long as possible because Monique couldn't. Plus she's acting, plus she's singing. God is just blessing her, pressed down, multiplied, and running over, and she's riding the wave. And I'm here for every second of it.
She is, but I'm gonna have to check Candiace, but we'll get to that. Nani, what did you think about this white scene? Who dressed the best?
Who dressed the best? That would be the Grand Dame, of course.
Hello.
She's always classy.
Yes.
I love it. Now, the worst list is a little longer, okay? And y'all may disagree with me on a couple of notes, but Charisse, hideous. What's the Green Eye Bandit?
Giselle and Robyn.
I don't know who her stylist was this season. Everything she's wearing, I'm like, yuck. Those zebra prints last week, I'm over it. And Robyn just looks like blah. And Ashley looks cheap to me. I'm sorry, guys. And Candiace, I think she looked quite fly. You know what I'm saying? She did her thing. Her read on point. But she's tired of these chicks trying to come for her marriage. Like, back up. And I like the way she stood up to all of them. And I think she was the star of the table. Okay, darling. Her and the Dom. All right. They held it down. But who needs the book? The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. They need the whole book.
Yes.
That show is on life support.
It definitely is. And I don't know. Wait, hold on one second, guys. I don't know what's going on, but I can't get you in the studio. I don't know if it's something with your thing. I don't know what's going on, but every time I try to add you, you won't. It won't let me let you in. So go ahead.
I forgot to say something. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. Did you guys hear when Mia said that her favorite moment with Karen was when with her husband? Yeah. Did you guys hear Jaqueline say, "I heard that tongue," something about that? Did y'all catch that?
I'll have to go.
She said something, but if you notice in the upcoming previews, it's going to be some accusations that Jaqueline slept with G or tried to sleep with G or something like that. The upcoming episodes, it's going to go down. It's going to go down. We about to really have a true whole party up in here because it's about to go down. Because I don't know if it's the last episode, but Karen said, I need a mic. Okay? Because we about to let loose up in this piece. Okay? And when she told Karen, she's going to tell, when she told Robyn about her fake marriage, it's gonna go down, but we're gonna get there. But let me go Robyn, what do you think? What's going on with this white party? How did you feel and who was the best dressed?
Come on, Diva, you need to ask the hard questions. Because hands down, the Grand Dame.
The Grand Dame.
She killed it.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
By the way, I think that she's looking better now than she has ever looked. And she's very much like the wine, getting better with time.
Yes, she,
now,
yes,
she is. That book that you're talking about.
Yes.
I don't think she should write a book.
Oh, what? Well, we like to give people jobs over here. We like to help them make their money.
Mine's a job. Okay. What she should do is host a seminar. Right? That you have to come in. You can't have any. You can only take notes. You can't have any phone, so you can't record her. And she should be able. She should do her book in seminar form, and maybe invite a good reader like our little Candiace is, or maybe even pull in Kenya and give her a couple of dollars to do that bit. Hold the seminar, because you know what? When the next round comes back, they need to pay her again. I vote for a seminar, not a book.
Okay. All right. Leslie, are you talking about G? What did G say to Karen in the upcoming episode? Shades in the Hood, what do you want to add about this white party?
Well, I will say I was actually glad when, what's her name? Candiace called Jaqueline out.
Mm-hmm.
for Mia's representative.
Mm-hmm.
But wasn't it dumb of her to say, well, that's why I'm representing her and no one's going to represent your ass? I mean, Candiace is representing herself quite well, in my opinion. She doesn't need anybody to represent her. What are Mia's gigs now? Because I haven't seen anything develop with her. So,
and Jaqueline, but you know what, Jaqueline, there was nothing else for Jaqueline to say. She's lost. She's not ready. That's why they need a book about this reality TV. Jacqueline didn't know how to snap back because that was a read right there. Okay. She told her, you shut up, me as representative.
I mean, the worst person she could have targeted was Candiace.
Huh?
Candiace was the worst person she could have targeted.
Right.
Yeah.
And did anyone catch what Mia did during that dinner when she said that Candiace was becoming defensive over Chris? Well, I mean, you threw a drink at Wendy because of your husband. So let's call a spade, Mia.
Right. Trent, you ain't had to remind us of this now. That ain't fair. Don't throw that little the Surrey County spinoff in there. Don't do that, Trent. Don't do that, Trent. We tried to forget about that, but Trent said, I hope the people claim it. In Karen's book, watched her spinoff. See, Trent, you dead wrong for that. Okay?
That's branding herself.
Wait, by the way, is anybody getting tired of Mia's dick lips? Because I'm getting tired of them.
I'm over them. They look like Ronald McDonald lips.
No, those are dick lips. Those are dick lips.
Losing her mind with the surgery. So, Don, you're in the building. What do you have to say about this white party?
Karen just looks good in white anyway. When she came out that room, I was like, come on, body.
Yeah.
She looks
good. And then in her confessional, she looks good in white.
Yeah. She does. You're right. Yes, I do agree.
You know what? The Don said something. Can I just really take a quick offshoot? If you ever watched the Project Runway in that season when Michael Knight, the black guy from Atlanta, was on,
I remember.
He said when he did his thing, he was like, shoot, black people just look good in white.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He most certainly did. Yeah.
But Sharice looked like she took one of them sheets off the bed and stitched something together right quick and came outside.
No, Sharice got out of bed.
Oh, yes. Becky, thank you for becoming a member. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Go ahead, Don. So what do you think about Candiace, telling Jaqueline off and telling the people, like, listen, what do y'all want from me?
Right.
They forgot how sharp
Candiace is just on a whole new level of just getting down to it, to the point. Like she's reading everybody. Like her reads are on Phaedra's level this season.
It's sublime.
Like she's carrying on. Like I'm here for it. Like she shut her down.
I like it.
She shut her down in her seat. There was nothing else she could say. She looked dumb in the face.
Yeah.
Well, I like how Candiace said, do you have a problem with me? Do you have a problem with me? Do you have a problem with me? I love that scene.
And she looked everyone in the eye.
It was all like this.
Yeah.
She looked everyone in the eye and asked that.
Yeah, it lasted a moment, but we'll get there. Pia, what did you think about this white party and who looked the best?
Well, I mean, Karen, she looked amazing. She just looked fabulous. She looked fresh. She looked renewed. Robyn looked like a linebacker, but we're used to that.
Robyn has too many tee shots.
We got two linebackers on the team.
Well, Sharice just looks like a moose on the loose. So I mean, I keep telling y'all this, and I don't know why y'all ain't listening. All Karen got to do is when Sharice get buck is call animal control and have them send her back to Yosemite. That's all they got to do.
Lord have us mercy.
I mean, and of course, Giselle, my God. Whew, wow. Mia, I don't even want to go there.
Giselle was getting on my nerves this season. I don't know about y'all. She's just getting on my nerves.
Mia is looking for a moment. She's looking for a moment, and it's coming off very desperate. And you know, the way she acted on this trip was just very disrespectful. It was out of pocket. Wendy did not deserve to have a drink thrown on her because Wendy didn't even say nothing to her. Wendy was defending herself. So
Yeah.
I mean, I just no.
It was crazy. Let me just, just rest in peace, Michael Knight. So wait, let me just add this scene into it, okay? So half the group goes on that ridiculous boat ride. So Mia is getting an F for this trip, but we talked about that. And the other half, you know, I am not mad at Karen. She's still milking her birthday. The other half goes on the Lamborghini car rides. So the boat ride was Robyn, Candiace, Ashley, and Charisse. And you know, Ashley notes in the car ride, like, I'm calling Wendy. Are y'all good? Because I'm about to tell Wendy to come on this boat ride with us, right? And then the car drive was Mia, Karen, Giselle, and Jaqueline, right? You know, Robyn needs to grow up. She's another one. She's a brat. She acts like a kid. You know, there's no growth in Robyn, and I'm shocked about Robyn, right? Ashley claimed that Michael misses her. Michael don't miss you, boo. He wants you back there watching them kids. He's sick of being with them kids, and he's ready to get back in those streets, okay? Charisse speaks to Candiace, and, you know, before they went, and Candiace was in there trashing Ashley. That's the thing with all these ladies. You know, Candiace's little message at the final dinner, it was right. Nobody's loyal, including you, Candiace, but we're going to get there, right? Ashley was doing her TikTok. She's TikToking her behind off. That's why I'm concerned. I don't think Michael's going to give her any funds, okay? And Robyn in the car ride, she's killing me. For 3 to 4 seasons in a row, all we're seeing Robyn in a lot of scenes is with the phone. Who are you talking to? Because Juan doesn't speak to you. So I'm just trying to figure out who's on the other line, right? Because your man doesn't talk, right? So
that's right.
And so it's just insane to me, right? And so they go on that corny boat ride. The lunch looked ridiculous. And then you got to tell them what they're doing, Mia, so they could have had sneakers on, like dress appropriately for this boat ride that you got to pedal. If I'm supposed to be having fun, I'm not going to be working. I'm sorry. That boat ride would not have been for me. Okay, so the car ride, again, Mia and Karen had fun together. Like, it's so crazy how one minute they get along and then the next minute they don't, right? Jaqueline was riding with Giselle. Jaqueline is like she's showing true rookie reality TV, right? Kind of don't know her space, don't really know how to fit in. She's just trying to figure out, can I be me? Or do I have to protect Mia every second of the way because she the one that got me an entry ticket through the door? Girl, once you get through the door, don't never mind who gave you the ticket. Do you? Because you want to come back next season. So do you. Don't worry about Mia. And so that's where Jaqueline is messing up. She's trying to be loyal. Jaqueline is pretty. She's trying to be loyal to Mia, and Mia is just riding a bus over her every step of the way. Before they went and Robyn found out that she was not going with Giselle, Robyn almost lost her natural mind. But sorry, Robyn, there's only 2 seats in the car. What was you going to do? Sit on Giselle's lap? Go boat riding. You'll see Giselle later on. It's going to be okay, Robyn. So let's talk about these 2 separate outings. One, some went car driving, some went on a boat ride. You know what I'm gonna do?
Can I go
let's
first?
start. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Curve. Oh, I'm sorry. More better. I'll come back to you. Curves, go ahead.
Oh, awesome. I had thoughts on the other part too, but I'll make it.
Okay, yes, I'm sorry.
I'll try to do like a sentence per thought. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Mrs. Karen Huger is reversing in age before our eyes. All right.
Yes,
she looked divine, and I will give it I don't know. She got all our memos. Remember seasons past? We were like, Karen, remember? And now she's totally like flipped the script and she's showing up and showing out. So she was definitely the most hands down, best dressed last night. Second, of course, was Candy Girl. And then Robyn and Jizzy and freaking Charisse. They all know better, but they don't do better. You guys think about that. Think about that. Charisse, this is her second time at the rodeo, y'all. And she's like a rookie housewife. She's going to look back on this season like Polaroids from 1983 and be like, why didn't somebody stop me? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those situations, you know? And Miss Mia.
Wait, Curves, hold on one second. We lost Sebastian. I mean, maybe it took him out when somebody said that his girl Ashley was loose.
Did he disconnected that? That's hilarious. That's hilarious, you know, and not wearing white to her birthday party that she coordinated is technically the second time that Karen got Sasquatched, okay? I mean, Giselle sat in the middle the first time around at that birthday party, remember? And now this time, everybody's in white, but freaking, you know, lips, okay, not okay. But the non-birthday party was just another example of her not hosting. Like we already gave her was an F. She doesn't even get an E because there was no effort. You know what I'm saying? They can all read and reread the book. Okay.
Yes, okay. But Leslie said, "Come back, Sebastian." Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Sebastian, please come back.
Well, we're full house now, so he's locked out of the train. But the thing is, I thought, can we step back for one moment? Even though she didn't go with the color scheme that she suggested, if anybody was going to wear something different, it should have been a birthday girl. But okay, Mia, you got to be the center of attention. But then you think the dress was cute. I thought the dress was cute.
You know, and it's like we already see your lips, your feet. I mean, you're standing out already. You're gorgeous. Like, why even have to do that even some more? Like, it's like competition much? Like, what is she trying to get the most tips at the strip club? I don't know. It was supposed to just be at the poolside, not a birthday party that she was hosting. And she kept on saying, and what was that whole conversation that they had about why is Candiace even here? I mean, she's Wendy's friend. So did she think that by not having Wendy there, she was already like she really didn't want Candiace there too? And trying to ice both of them off of camera time, there could be even further plot to the colorism theory in that regard, because that's deep if that's the case.
Yeah, there's colorism shit going on.
Lots of it, you know. And just a couple more things. Candiace's call out, when I'm Garcelle, I'm defensive, but when I'm Mia, I'm aggressive. Left them speechless. I loved it. The boat was a joke, and that was really technically a paddle raft, you guys. That wasn't really a boat. That was like a paddle raft. And it was like Charisse and allegedly Rob's roids might have been wearing off. They seemed really rude to Wendy for no reason. I'm like, why were they sitting there giving her all that ice? You know what I mean? And then Ashley, she like plays both sides to the middle. She's always producing. I'll give it to her that way. You know, and them giving them truck stop sandwiches was so, I'm like, really? The Lamborghini scene was cute.
It
Karen was looked sexy and chic. Meanwhile, Giselle's neck was front and center for some reason.
She couldn't land a man, remember?
Yeah, and she even admitted, you guys, she even admits that she is having problems landing a man. And that there's a problem. So she even knows. But yeah, I don't think so.
Now, thank you for the wait, hold on one second. Thanks for the super chat. How is Karen best dressed at 59? Sexy goals. Let's talk about that, okay? She 59, the oldest one in the group, and she the best dressed. She slayed them. Slayed them down. But she was slaying them down really the whole trip.
Yeah, I don't even think it's that really Karen is 59. I don't think it's about the slay. I think it is the class, the elegancy, the top tier, the queendom of it all. Karen is the grande dame, and you can't expect anything less from the grande dame. Just like in the car, the grande dame, even though she had a little trouble, getting it going first, but what the grande dame got it going, we were in the let's go, like come through.
I thought Charisse was the grande dame.
Don't get out of
I
here
don't
with
know
that.
what show you've been watching. Yeah, I don't know what show you've been watching. But yeah, just the way that Karen carries herself, the way that she tries to keep the group all together, it just keeps you looking young and youthful when you're trying to do positive, fun, good things and live your life in a positive, fun way. And that's what Karen does. Like as you said, Diva, we're giving me a F for this whole trip.
Yep.
It was a little bothersome to me how Robyn tried to tell Mia she needs to do better planning the trip when you couldn't even plan a day, not an event, a day,
A day.
an
Family
8-hour
fun
day,
day.
not even an 8-hour day, a family fun day,
was a bus.
a
But wait,
bus.
Royer, let me throw this in. I forgot. They asked Robyn about a wedding. She had the nerve to say they're planning something small, and she didn't want to talk about it because she only wanted to talk about it around people that like her. So then, Robyn, I guess you're not even talking about this wedding with Juan because he don't like you either. So my thing is, okay, she's always being extra. She always wants to be hyper focused on how she can't stand Wendy, and it's so childish. I don't even think it's high school. I think it's like, a grade school. Like, Robyn, stop. Like, it's just too much. Go ahead, boy. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're perfectly fine. Robyn is so disappointing. You're childish. You're immature. You're petty. I wouldn't even give you the title of a grown woman. You act like a
Right.
little girl. The way
She's
that you were
such a
sitting in the
juvenile.
back seat, pouting because you had to go with the other four ladies and you couldn't be with your bestie Giselle, your bosom buddy, and you couldn't be riding around with her. So you sat in the back
Sour.
seat and you pouted. Everybody else was okay with Wendy coming except for you. I don't care. It is what it is. What
Did
has
you hear
Wendy
that deep
done to
sigh,
you so
Royer?
bad that it could just turn your stomach so much? Like, I don't understand. And like, girl, then you get to the event, like you said, Diva, we asked you about the wedding, trying to make conversation, trying to be a part,
Yeah.
and build the relationship back together. Then you dismiss us and say, well, you don't want to talk to us because that's something that you will talk to friends about. Well, you know what, Robyn, you can just get off the show because at this point, your only friend is Giselle, and she's on her way out the door too. So we no longer need you.
Oh,
I love how.
wait, Royer.
Mhm.
Does Juan know that he's getting married?
No.
That we need to ask that to Juan. That's not a question for me. That's a question for
I know.
Juan. But
He
somebody on
doesn't
the
even want
board
to do the
find out.
prenup.
Or you know who else we can ask, Diva?
Who?
Eric. Where's Eric? Let's ask Eric.
Oh, shoot, the producer.
Let's ask Eric. Let's find out.
Yes.
But yes, I thought it was very low class the way that they gave them little plastic bag sandwiches on this ride. I really feel like Mia sat that group that was just like the people that she really didn't care for, and she just kind of tossed them to the side and y'all go do this, and we're gonna actually have a go real fun time. As I believe you said, Diva, it's very just kind of flippish back and forth to me with Karen and Mia. It's like we're good, but then we're not good. And I don't like the fact that, when you're on Mia's side, everything is good. But then when you choose your own side, Mia gets upset with you. But then you go right back to Mia to make back up with her, to pull her back into the fold. It just, this back and forth with Karen, I'm not feeling it, Grandam. We gotta do something different.
I think Karen
But
is just milking
I
it.
love the fact that Candiace invited Wendy to come. I'm glad that her and Ashley were still trying to make Wendy inclusive. As Ashley said, Wendy took off her time from her family, her job, her husband to come away like everybody else. And for her to be separated off as if she's some criminal or she's done something to someone, it's insane. It is horrible and it's deplorable. And I'm disappointed in Mia. I'm disappointed in her friend Giselle and Robyn, of course. But I'm also a little disappointed in Karen. Unfortunately, I just can't let it go this episode because I just did not like the way that she's trying to play both sides of the fence. As if Mia didn't start this whole thing with just words. Mia started this with words. It wasn't the fact that she threw the drink. You started this with Wendy regarding another man who why do you care about? For what?
Yeah.
You weren't involved in
He's
this
her
in any kind of
family,
way, shape, or
allegedly.
form with business.
Wait, hold on.
Allegedly. But then
Right,
Peter tells
hold
us
on,
that
guys.
Wendy said,
Wait, hold on, Ray. I'm gonna let you finish. But Sin said, you know what, and we got to give it to Michael Darby. He hasn't said much stuff that we really cared about. But he did call this for what it was. He said Juan Dixon is not gonna marry Juan, and here it is, 2 to 3 years later, and they're still not married. So okay, Michael, can you tell us some more truths? Because you seen when you do speak, you're speaking facts. He spoke facts. He laughed at that engagement. He thought it was a joke. He was pissy drunk, but they said, you know, a drunk mind speaks a sober heart or something like that. And Michael Darby told us the truth. But go ahead, Ray.
yeah, no, that was pretty much it. I'm just really disappointed in the flip flopping with the grand dame, and with I don't understand what it is with Michael Darby and Ashley Darby. I don't know. I don't understand.
Royer,
He's texting
she
Wendy saying
invited
he
Mia
missed
to
you.
the
Like,
show, though.
girl, I
But
don't
yeah,
get it.
you would think that Wendy was the one that threw a drink at someone the way they were treating her. But let me say this real quick. Wendy, like, it showed you how much of a bigger person she is, like just being cordial to talk to Robyn. It kind of reminded me, you guys remember the first episode where she saw Giselle at the party and she tried to go say hi? And like she knows how to like be above it and like not care, but Robyn, like she acted so childish and mature and it was just horrible.
Queen Petty.
Oh,
Queen
Yeah.
Petty.
Robyn needs to
hello.
go.
Queen
Hi.
Petty were both immature. And I think this trick kind of showed, like Mia just carried on with the same antics, putting them on that paddle boat or whatever and giving them park lunches. Those are
Yeah,
the
exactly.
lunches they used to hand out in
She's the mommy of the trip.
Hey, Diva, can I
Yes,
speak,
yes,
please?
yes,
I'm so
you can.
sorry.
No,
I'm
go
very,
ahead, talk.
I'm very sweet. My main thing is, Wendy's kids is having short ribs, macaroni cheese, collard greens, and I'm gonna eat a Wawa sandwich. Excuse me. I'm going on a paddle boat, and I have to paddle for my soberness. And your kids is eating good. Nope. That's all. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You gotta jump in. It's okay. Trent, we gonna be good this live right here, right? We're not gonna backtrack to that whole conversation. But Trent said Mia started a conversation. So he's team Mia, y'all. Okay. He said,
Yes,
listen,
me too.
he said, we got another
Oh
team
my
Mia in the
God,
building.
here we
Okay.
go.
Trent said, listen, guys, y'all need to
Hell
calm down.
no.
Mia started a conversation, and he said when started a mudsling, okay. Go ahead. Who wanted to chime in?
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, you can.
So there's an old African proverb from the 16th century that
Okay.
says, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." I think that's proven to be a lie here
Yes.
because Robyn is in her feelings over words that Wendy said a few seasons ago.
Yes, true.
She's in her feelings. She hates that woman supposedly because the video shows that she said she loved her.
Right.
And Mia also shows that she hates this woman because of words that she said.
True.
So if the words didn't hit, water off a duck's back. But when a word hits, it's hard to get over it.
Yeah.
You hold that when if somebody come at you hard and come at you truthfully, then you take offense to it and you can't let it go. So these two women are having a hard time letting these words that Wendy said go.
Okay, come on, drop the facts. Okay.
Giselle included.
You're right.
Well, I have to disagree. Just because somebody
Hey,
says something to you. Hi, everybody. I finally made it in.
Yes, you did.
I love you all, but just because somebody says something, it doesn't make it true. Now, we know that Mia, and I adore Mia. However, I have to call a spade a spade. We know that Mia has insecurities. And so they all do. But Wendy tap dances on people's insecurities because she talks that that higher learning type of stuff. Listen, you can't say what you want to say to people and think they're not going to respond. And they don't have to respond verbally. They can respond physically. Everybody on this live, even in the comments, we live in a real world. You walk around and you say something slick to somebody and see if you don't get knocked in your face. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's real life. So we can't just walk around and think words don't matter or words don't affect people. Words hit people deeply. So if she wanted to win that battle of the war of words, she got it. But you also got splashed in your face. Both of them are wrong. They cancel out. But I missed the beginning, so I want to say something about Karen, if I can.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Karen looked absolutely beautiful. I love Karen. I loved everything that she did on this episode, but I was quite disappointed with the way that Candiace treated Jaqueline. Jaqueline came on so nice, so neutral to everybody. I could not believe the way Candiace tried to abuse Jaqueline. I mean, look at Royer's face.
Because you think Jaqueline has been neutral?
Jaqueline was abusive.
So hold on, guys. Let's hear Ian. I'm gonna go around, but okay, you got to help me out because I didn't realize this. So are we saying that Jaqueline was abused?
Yes.
Don't come for a wordsmith. Don't do it.
Jaqueline was trying to be neutral and be a friend to everybody because we've seen her talk about Mia, so we know that she's not biased in that way. But to call Jaqueline Mia's representative, and when Candiace called Jaqueline the B word, I was like, see, Candiace hasn't learned her lesson at all. Her mouth is too reckless. We need to bring Monique back on the show.
Oh my.
I was offended for Jaqueline's sake. I don't think they're trying to ostracize Candiace and Wendy together because of colorism. I believe they don't like Candiace, so they want her to go be with Wendy and go support Wendy, and then they can all have a great vacation without those two. But yes, my heart hurt for the way that Candiace. I cannot believe the language that Candiace used at that dinner table. Did you get to that scene yet? That dinner
no,
scene?
we're gonna go there, but you know what, guys?
Right
so
yeah.
you said, hold on, guys. I'm gonna come to y'all. Hold on one second. Allie, thank you for the super chat. I truly appreciate it. But when you knock someone in the face, you will go to jail, aka when keeping it real goes wrong. I'm trying to tell you. Well, hold on. I want to y'all to address some of the things E said. So first of all, we got from E. I didn't realize this, that Jaqueline was abused. Okay. She was abused by being called the representative. Now, where I will agree with you, E, is that I don't know where all Candiace's energy came from towards Jaqueline. I didn't really see Jaqueline doing so much to anybody that it required all of that energy, especially when she called Jaqueline a bitch. I was like, where I didn't understand where all of that came from. So I gotta let that marinate for a second. But I'll go around to some other people and I'm gonna try to tap into everybody. So give me a minute here. So the Don, was Jaqueline abused?
She absolutely was abused. Mia said that she used her deodorant. She used her lotion. You know, she alleged that she slept with her boyfriend. Mia said a lot.
Oh, that she wants a piece of Ashley too.
Yeah, Mia has definitely abused Jaqueline just in these last 2 episodes. So I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely, that is a fact.
Listen. Okay, I wasn't aware. Hey, baby daddy. More better. Was Jaqueline abused? Did we mess this up?
No, Jaqueline is 100% Mia's underneath Mia's skirt, 100%. There's no way I'm going to represent somebody on behalf of anything. Oh, Mia felt like this. Well, Mia's a little under the weather, so we're gonna just go without her. No, Jaqueline is gone. Bye. And Can I say one more thing before I go?
Yes,
I'm
of
sorry.
course. Yeah, of course.
With Wendy, people give her too much grief. Them degrees matter. I don't care what you say. They used to annoy me, but them degrees matter. She worked hard for it. It's expensive. You got 4 kids. It's hard to do it, and she did it. So I'm gonna say 4 degrees forevermore. That's all.
Oh shoot. All right, you exited into the left on that one. Okay. I want to say something, Fifi.
Slow
I
clap,
cannot with you
Blair.
right now. Fifi, don't start her, Fifi. She's saying, well, holding toiletries is a crime. When you don't want to lend your friend toothpaste, a brush, some deodorant, it's a crime. Okay, so I guess she was being abused. Okay, Allie, thank you for the super chat. Mia told Jaqueline to shut up. Come on, and no one is talking to her while they were in the car. So you know what, guys? Okay, I'm convinced. That's it. We're here. You got to jump on this with me. Jaqueline is being abused, okay? But not just
I am not jumping on this train with y'all. No, Jacqueline is not abused. Jacqueline is not abused. And if
Exactly.
she is abused, it is because Jacqueline is allowing herself to be abused. Now, if I can remind us all, since this time of us being on this trip, Jacqueline and Mia have been together. And there have been quite a few scenes where Jacqueline has been talking crap about the other castmates along with Mia.
Really?
AKA when Karen and Mia had their meeting together and Jacqueline was in the room and it ended kind of on a bad note, then Jacqueline proceeded to say, well, I guess you guys aren't friends anymore. So you're not friends anymore. So we won't be doing the birthday party for her. But then she proceeded to backpedal in the following scene and saying, well, she didn't technically say you guys weren't friends. She just said that, she didn't need you to throw her a birthday party. So it's the back and forth for me. It's like you fight for Mia, but then you kind of don't fight for Mia too. Like it's just kind of a flip flop for her as well. I really feel like I'm confused on the relationship that Jacqueline and Mia have because, according to Mia, did not Jacqueline's family take Mia in and adopt her and take care of her and, help raise her? Correct?
Mm-hmm. She did.
That's what was said.
It's
That's what was
confusing
said.
to me why she treats Jacqueline the way she does, especially for someone who is taking you in and who's supposedly your sister. She treats her more so like a slave or a bitch versus a sister.
Exactly.
Someone that she
Exactly.
directs and tells what to do. So I can't feel bad for Jacqueline because I feel that Jacqueline knows what she's in. And I feel like she knows her role and she's playing her role. But at the same token, I feel like that Jacqueline is getting tired of the embarrassment as well. Because I think it was very, very embarrassing for her, for Mia to go around telling everybody that she had to use her toiletries, being all loud about it and everything, as if this isn't
That her
something that you
pitch
normally
reeked
do.
too.
Like, this is what y'all been doing. So what is the difference? Like, yeah, I want to feel bad for her, but then again, I can't feel bad for her because it's just like this is the friend that you chose, and you obviously see how she treats these people. Like, why do you
Did you not
continue
hear when
to?
she said that she needed to apologize? Like everyone needed to apologize to Mia? Like what the heck?
But have a heart.
Right here, I want you to explain to us what it is about Mia that makes her belittle Jackie in this whole scenario. That she brought her on. I feel like we're missing something that we ain't never gonna see. Because for me, it feels like something happened. Either Mia is harboring some resentment at the fact that she was brought into this family and saw how well her Jackie was treated by her own family, and Mia's had some residual resentment of not having had that experience, or something happened after they got more grown. It could involve their G, and yes, I said they're not Mia's, but they're something like that because her behavior is so out of it's so bombastic and combative that it doesn't make sense to me.
I think
she needs to be fired.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, wait, I'll let you come in. Downtown said, and Sebastian's probably somewhere crying. I always skip. He said, I always skip Ashley's storyline and never miss a thing. She's full of S. Okay. She treats Mia treats Jaqueline like her representative. Okay, so that's probably why Ashley said it. I mean, I don't know. Jaqueline needs to pick a lane. She sure does. Mia is abusive to everyone on this trip except Giselle. High
No.
five. You hit the
And
nail
Roberto.
on the head.
On the head.
You
No.
hit the nail on the head. But here's the other thing, though. High vibe. And Giselle is the one that accused her of lying about her condition. So go figure. Go
Right.
How
figure.
does cancer look like?
Yes, yes. So could you imagine? But Warrior, go ahead. What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say I don't think that I don't think any of this has anything to do with Giselle, Karen, Mia, Wendy, Jacqueline. None of them. These are issues that Mia has brought from childhood into adulthood and now onto reality TV. And we are now seeing what happens when you go from childhood to adulthood to reality TV and you don't deal with the trauma that has happened in your life. So, Jacqueline, from what I've gathered, she came from a very loving, stable home. Mia didn't come from a very loving, stable home. But when you come into a loving, stable home and then you see the person that you're with have that stability, you then want that. And you do everything you can do to try to follow behind that stability. So be around this person's family, you get married to somebody you feel is stable, you be with someone who you feel can bring stability to your life or that you see stability in. And that is what Mia has done. She has surrounded herself with people who have stability, and she is now beginning to mistreat and misuse those individuals because her personal self cannot handle the true love and the reality of what these people are giving to her. She can't receive it because she has so much trauma going on. And I think that is why she has so many issues with the other ladies, which is why her and Giselle can mash together so well, because both of them, to me, have similar trauma. With men, with their parent, dealing with issues in their relationships, they are very similar in that manner. Her, Robyn, and Mia, all three of them are very similar, which makes sense on why they always cohesively come together with their foolery and support each other in their foolery.
Warrior.
Well, yeah, I'm happy
Okay,
that
so
you
but hold
said
on,
that because
guys.
it takes away the colorism.
Yeah, hold on, guys. Smoke, you're in the building. What's going on? What do you want to add to this
Hey,
conversation? Then I'm gonna
Smoke.
bring up this
Hey,
last thing. Go ahead.
I was just listening to my brother Roy here and just seeing how I felt his spirit in distress. So I had to come in here and bring some levity to this panel. But in regards to Mia, we're gonna call her actually no, we're gonna call Jaqueline Tricks from the Players Club, and then we're gonna call Mia Ronnie, because that's the relationship they're giving. They're giving Ronnie and Tricks from the Players Club, because Mia just swears up and down that she's that girl. And listen, ma'am, if you have to steal someone's husband from the beach and you got kids, you had to force yourself onto the board of where his family owned their business, and they done kicked you out of all the chiropractors, and you don't have access to your checking account, ma'am, you have bigger issues than what Wendy had to say about you being in her business and how you conduct business with Patricia Thomas. So in regards to that, yes, I did. I'm coming in hard. I'm not sparing nobody. Everybody can get it today.
It's abuse. Just more abuse.
It's not abuse.
That's abuse.
It's not abuse. Well, guess what? Get tougher skin, because if I'm really I'm gonna go for it. Don't come for me. Don't speak in my direction if you're not ready to catch some strays. And that's what happened. Jacqueline caught some strays, rightfully so.
What did Mia do to you? You're abusing her.
I didn't do anything.
No.
I'm observing what she's showing me on the screen. And from what I'm seeing, she's an abusive, narcissistic, insecure bully herself. She has no confidence, no self-esteem, but yet wants to get mad when someone is able to check her with words, and she has to throw water, throw alcohol, throw pass through whatever was in that bottle, because she can't handle anything. So guess what? When you can't handle yourself like a grown adult, I'm going to treat you like a child, and I'm going to call it for what it is and see it for what it is. And if you don't like it, well, you got to go take it to your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, Buddha, Allah, whoever you pray to, and deal with it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Get your strength up. Next.
Whoa, hold on. Okay, they say give it to him smoke. Hold on 1 second. Trent said, or maybe it's just a TV show.
Thank you, Trent.
But real
No,
stuff
Trent.
happened, right? But we'll go on. Okay, Mo Better, you want to say something? What did you want to say?
Yeah, this is for Raya and the whole panel as well.
Oh,
Raya
shoot,
brought up the
okay.
point about Mia being traumatized. Does trauma have a age limit? Like how long can we say that trauma
It can
has
last forever.
That's right.
Yeah, if you're not, were you done? I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't, but it's okay.
Go ahead, finish it.
No, because some people say that trauma affects them for a long time, and then people work through it and then get over it. And also too with Marlo going back, she has trauma as well as a group home as well, and she's going through her stuff. So it's just like, when does trauma become an excuse, and when does trauma become a reason? If that makes sense.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
No, that's a
When Mia
that's a
uses
very
it.
good question. But hold on before you go into that. Hold on 1 second. Downtown, tell us what's going on, because we like to talk here. You said, do you have 4 degrees? Question. Downtown, help me out. Are you a Wendy fan?
I have two.
That's a
Okay,
Wendy fan.
you're a Wendy fan. So here's the thing, right? So downtown, let's just have a quick conversation. Does it matter if you have 1 degree, 2, 0, or 10 or 4? If you don't know how to utilize those degrees, use your self-control and stick with your words, and know when somebody is down in the gutter, you don't have to go and play there with them. Okay? So you let them say what they gotta say, and you do what you gotta do, and you move on. If you know you got more to lose and you got 4 degrees, what you gonna do? But talk to me downtown, because I want us to have a conversation. Yes, who's trying to talk to
That
me?
was me. So I just want to answer Mo's question. Now, everybody has had different experiences, different traumas. Granted, I fully accept that. But here's the thing, and I'm speaking for me. At a certain point, I could not allow my traumas or my experiences to be the cause of why I was not addressing them or how I was treating the people around me because of it. So at a certain point, you're not responsible for what happened to you, but you are responsible for the healing you have to do to get past that.
Well, come through.
And granted, everyone's time is different, but at a certain point, we have to take accountability because we're grown adults, and I'm speaking in terms like all of us on the panel, we're grown adults. And so we have to kind of address, like, is this going to dictate the rest of my life, or I'm going to take a hold of it, address it at the root, and try to do better? Granted, you'll have times where you still pop off or whatever that's triggered, but the more you're able to seek help in counseling to address those things, I feel for me, from my own experience being in therapy and counseling, the less I'm triggered by it, or I'm able to kind of just control it, or even like Diva was saying, walk away.
Can I respond?
Come through. So hold on. I know somebody's trying to speak. Give me 1 second. But can we get an amen? At some point,
Amen.
at some point, you know what your situation is and what you've been through. And before you owe it to anybody else, you owe it to yourself to get the help that you need, so you don't continue to show up like the broken person that is inside of you. And when you are grown and you want to just tell us about your childhood, when something comes up that you need an excuse for, that's when we're like, stop it, okay? So Marlo runs these streets acting crazy, and then the minute she gets called on her crazy, she want to fall back and say, oh, because of my childhood, because of my mother. She in her mother face all day long, telling her mother to get it right. Well, then Marlo, you got to get it right too. Hold on 1 second, guys. Sunflower, I never seen you before. You can just, I'm the only one that's going to be able to see your face. You guys show me your face before I can let you up, because crazy stuff happened in these YouTube streets, and we can't risk nothing crazy over here.
Show
Beautiful.
your face.
Okay, you can go back. Show your face, right? Thank you, Sunflower. I appreciate it. So before we go on, let me just throw in this last scene, because it's very important, and we got to get into this, right? Because it's a lot to talk about here. So it's the final dinner, right? The final dinner, and everybody's there, and Wendy show up. And you know what? I'm going to give it up to Wendy, because Wendy didn't have to do it. She apologized. But what do these immature chicks do? Mia did not accept her apology, but I give it to Wendy. She tried, right? Now, here's the thing. I was rooting for Candiace, okay? We were giving the Tyra Banks here. We was all rooting for you, Candiace. But Candiace was at that table, that dinner table, okay? After Robyn ambushed her, because Robyn played her out. But you know what? Robyn is petty too, okay? Robyn comes there, got the whole speaker set up, and she plays Candiace live, okay? Candiace didn't know how to handle it. She sat there, she fumbled. Candiace fumbled a little bit with handling that because she didn't know quite how to do it. She was like, oh, I told you to your face, this, that, and the other. But the part where she really went wrong is when Ashley wanted to get her back and said, oh, okay, Candiace want to sit here and play games. Karen, Ashley said, Candiace said, you've been out in these streets. And so, you know, I love Karen because Karen is always going to be the grand dame. Let me see, what was her darn words, okay? Somebody give me Karen's words, okay? Because she was hot. Karen had
it wasn't the words, it was the actions, Diva. It was the actions, not the words.
It was the actions, right? She said, wait, no, here we go. She said, did you say that about me and my husband? Okay? Karen said, she said, did you say that about me and my husband? She said, no, nobody come from the institution, my institution. I done helped all of your chicks out here. And this is what y'all do to me? And she looked at Candiace and said, did you say that? Candiace was like, no. She said, then what is she talking about? And she got pissed. And she got up and she had to go to the bathroom. But this is when you grand dame, okay? This is when you the grand dame. She went in the bathroom. She got herself together. She came back to that table. Now tell me what y'all said while I was gone, because I'm back now. Okay? I'm here. Y'all thought y'all was going to take me down over that, but I'm back. I'm here, and I want to know what's going on. All right? And so then what does Candiace do? She swears up and down that Ashley was lying, but we all know, Candiace, you did it, Candiace. You said it, Candiace. And then when all else fails, what does Candiace do?
Get the cryangles out, Diva. Get the cryangles out.
Okay. And then Giselle said, is she crying? That's why I'm crying. Then she gets her phone and she goes to call it what's his name? Chris, right? And say none of these hoes is loyal. Well, girlfriend, you ain't loyal either. Okay, you messy. Because at the end of the day, you did say that about Karen, and I'm wondering how she's going to address it at the reunion. Yo, this show is about to go down. Now, what else happened at that dinner that we need to actually discuss? You know what? That don't Robyn. Robyn is all the way messy. Okay. Wait. Oh, Trent. Okay, what's Trent? Why are you fighting, Trent?
Come on, Trent. Trent is right.
Oh, I call that apology that Wendy gave.
That was not an apology.
What else did you want?
It was an apology. Yes, it was. No. She specifically addressed that she was speaking to Mia because Mia said, "Oh, I don't know who she's talking to. This is for Mia." She specifically addressed Mia. She apologized for her words and her actions. What more do you want? I mean,
I want her to pull Mia to the side and address her one-on-one. No. Yes. I want her to pull Mia to the side, make it genuine.
Like Mia did in the restaurant talking about Peter has a beef with her.
Wait a minute. We have to meet Mia where she is. Wendy is the one that came to Mia's event, came to Mia's dinner.
She was invited. She was invited. She wasn't
invited by the host, so she wasn't invited. She ambushed
Mia. Mia can't even call herself a host after this vacation.
Hold on, guys.
Mia doesn't know Miami.
Hold on, guys, because we got to hear this one thing one more at a time. We all got to chat here because I'm emotional. Wendy gave an apology. Trent said that was not an apology. Trent, you need to write for me in the chat here. What do you consider an apology?
No, Trent need to hop on. Trent need to click the link and come in the room because we got to talk.
We got to talk, Trent. Okay? Okay, so wait, hold on, guys. I'm going to come around. The Don, did Wendy not apologize? What's the problem?
Wendy did apologize. But when you have people that have the mental capacity of a kindergartner that can't receive it, then you have them turning their head and making faces and being ignorant at the table, then they won't be able to accept it. She said her name. She looked at her. She directed her apology towards her.
Come
She
on.
owned
Yes.
everything she did, and
Yeah.
she still couldn't accept it. That is what you call an apology, when you own what you did. She was
Yeah.
a grown woman about it, but
Yeah.
Mia is still a child. She's still underneath her mother's thumb when her mother left her on the concrete
Oh my
alone.
God.
Damn.
So
The Don, I missed you,
that's where
bro.
she
I
is.
missed you because you telling
That's
the
where she
truth
is.
tonight, bro.
She's still there. So she's not able to accept an apology from her mom. She's not able to accept an apology from Wendy. So you just have to leave it there. You got to leave it where it is. And I want to get to Robyn. Robyn's always
Well,
talking about someone bringing a prop, right?
Right.
Didn't you talk about the binder? Didn't you talk about Wendy bringing the cardboard last year? But here you pull up a whole speaker, Bluetooth speaker, and put on the table to play a part of an IG live, and didn't even play the entire thing, but you play a part of it to try to prove a point of what she said. But I mean, that's how people get cussed out. Play the
Yeah.
whole thing. Play the whole thing.
Yeah. That's true. She did pay a part of it, because I want to say Candiace did say that, she appreciated Robyn, so to speak. I'm paraphrasing, or whatever the case may be. But Robyn wanted to start mess. And Robyn kept saying she's talking about all of us. Okay. It was messy. It was real messy. But thank you guys. So you know what we got to talk in this chat right here. Did Wendy apologize? Okay. Apologies are warm. Wait a minute. What Trent want to
Oh my
fight? Apologies
gosh.
are warm. Wendy was
That's
cold
right,
and
Trent.
rude.
Oh my gosh.
OMG. So
Diva, let me know when I
listen,
can talk. I'll be quiet.
I'm coming to you, Smoke. 1 second. Guys, throw in the chat there. Did Mia apologize or did she not? Did she apologize? Talk to us in the chat. Okay, go ahead, Smoke. What do you want to say about this apology?
I would say Wendy's apology was just as cold as that drink Mia threw her at the table. Trust me, Wendy was better than me, because how you gonna come at me, try to embarrass me in front of our group of friends? You didn't think to pull me to the side and be like, hey girl, this is my friend and all, and we business partners. He's telling me this, like, what's going on? So why should Wendy, the person who got stuff thrown at her, not only the drink, but the phone and her purse, have to pull Mia, who has not been a great host whatsoever, pull her to the side to apologize? She did the exact same thing that Mia did to her when she was at Peter's restaurant. She womaned up. Well, she didn't do the exact same thing. Wendy womaned up in that moment and was like, I take full responsibility for the situation that we had and my part that I played in it. If that is not good enough for Mia, too darn bad. Let's keep it moving, because at this point, we are done. Her reason for being mad is as tired as her Botox. We don't care. So,
and it's the double standards for me, Smoke, because like you say that you respect women who apologize to you, but then when she apologized to you, where's the respect when you say that you have women who are woman enough to admit what they're wrong? Because isn't that what she said to Karen when Karen just apologized to her earlier in the episode?
She sure
But then
did.
Wendy apologizes, but you're not woman enough to accept Wendy's apology when she was a woman enough to come and apologize to you, first of all, based off of a conversation that you started. And then let's call it exactly what it is, y'all. After you assaulted me, not once, not twice, but three times, you assaulted me. And I'm apologizing to you for something you started verbally and then physically started. No, ma'am.
But that's
Wendy better than me.
Hold on 1 second, guys. The Rebel Sunflower, thank you for the super chat. Mia still has her mama's breast milk on her breath. Immature. I'm with you to die. Okay, well that's facts right there. Okay, we can't disagree with that right there. Chef Kev, thank you for the super sticker. I truly appreciate it. Hold on, guys. I'm a little behind here. DB, thank you for the super chat. When you start with if then it's not an apology. Did Wendy start with if?
Yes.
No, she didn't.
Yes.
Chef Kev, thank you so much for the super sticker. I truly appreciate it.
Diva. I'll listen for the clip and see what
Oh,
Wendy
I
said.
was ready to do the same thing, Smoke. Look, I'm going to it right now.
And what is I'm sorry, is that say your name? Is that Tiara?
Yes.
Okay, add to the conversation. What do you want to say? Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Hi, Steve.
Hey.
So I'm personally really bothered by Mia's big disdain for Wendy all of a sudden. I feel like it's really a show that needs to be over with. Because it's like, for what at this point? I do think Wendy was woman enough to say, I take accountability for what I added to it. That's it. It would have been real adult-like for Mia to do the same, and good for the show for Mia to do the same. Because finally there would be resolution to a conflict. Now we're lingering again with another senseless beef. For what? You know?
No, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Let me just add this in there. I forgot. You know, the car ride to the restaurant for this final dinner, it concerned me. It concerned me a lot. Where were the seatbelts? Should I be concerned? Nobody had on the seatbelt, okay? I was very concerned about that. The fact that this dinner was by the poolside, no decorative table. I was like, come on, Mia, you getting a big fat F for this, okay? I forgot to mention how Mia started with Ashley, telling her she was disrespectful, a disrespectful brat for inviting Wendy, you know, to the dinner. Sharice had to put her 2 cents in it because she needed some lines, right? She was like, Ashley, I think it was so wrong of you to invite Wendy and not talk to the group. Come on.
Thank you, Royer, because we're about to do the exact same thing together.
Come on.
No,
Yeah,
I
okay.
actually want. Sorry.
Okay, now who wants to share? And wait, Robyn did to Candiace what Contessa did to Dr. Heavenly. It was sort of an ambush, right? You're gonna put this whole speaker on the table and have my words. I'm coming to y'all 1 second. I'm downtown and speaking to me. Diva, I think you should give Wendy a few more props for her apologizing for what you thought she went wrong. Okay, downtown, but let me see downtown. We missing, our trains are crossing. Okay, we not on the same track right now because listen, I told you that Wendy messed up and I'm standing to it. Wendy came there and apologized. If Wendy didn't think that something went left herself as to what she added to the conversation, I don't think she would have apologized. Listen, I'm what, downtown, we're fighting. Why are we fighting downtown? Why are we fighting? Yes, go ahead. Who wanted to say something?
Well, I wanted to respond about the dinner.
I wanted to
because the thing about it is we keep giving people passes for things that we don't give Mia a pass for. We excuse Candiace and we say, well, Robyn ambushed Candiace. Well, that's the nature of the beast. That's what a housewife is. Candiace, we give her so much reprieve for all of her bad behavior these past seasons, and on this one particular season, she's decided to do better. This is Mia's second season. So yes, she is displaying some immature behavior. So the things that she is doing is wrong. She has not been allowed to see herself yet. We have to meet Mia where she is. So we cannot give we give Candiace and Wendy all of this empathy, and we act like that the whole feud with Mia and Wendy started out of nowhere. This started last year. Those two haven't gotten along since last year. This is not new. This has been ongoing. This is a buildup. And so when Wendy came to that table, like I said, uninvited, when she got there and she apologized, I appreciated that moment because Wendy knew she was wrong. Despite everybody getting on social media and defending Wendy and saying, oh, Wendy is right and she didn't do nothing, Wendy knows she was 1,000% wrong. The thing about this apology, if we want to call it that, the apology was not great conversation, wrong timing. Mia has said all in Miami. I don't. Mia said all during this dinner, all during this trip, I don't want to see this woman. I don't want to be around this woman. When somebody tells you they don't want to be around somebody and you disrespect their space and bring that person anyway, you can expect that. She's not ready to talk. She's not ready to talk. Wendy has no respect for boundaries. Ashley has no respect for boundaries. And it's evident. And this was the one time I was happy that Sharice finally said something of substance. Ashley behaved like a brat. Ashley was out
Okay.
of order. This was not her trip.
Ain't
And if
that
she
right?
felt that concerned with Wendy, then she
Well,
should have
if I
went to
if
Wendy.
we
She should have
chime
gone to
in,
Wendy's hotel and she should have supported Wendy there. They should have had their own dinner. Okay. Lastly,
Okay.
yeah, wait, hold on. 'Cause you made a great point. You said it wasn't Mia's trip. It was supposed to be for Karen.
Oh yeah.
Karen wanted Wendy there.
Come on
Check.
now.
So what
no, Karen said I
Ashley
won't
was
invite her
doing,
if you don't
what
want her there.
what Ashley was doing was not allowing the Mean Girls to X out Wendy. It wasn't Mia's trip to do that. It was for Karen's birthday. So if it really wasn't for Karen, what was it for, Miss Mia?
Well, Karen's birthday was the day
If
before.
you
And
wanted
remember,
to set up
Karen
Wendy,
said
she
if you
didn't have
don't
to use
want
Karen's
me,
birthday.
no, Karen said if you don't want Wendy there, I won't invite her. Karen said that. So if Karen could agree to it, why was Ashley so bothered? That's what I want to know.
Because it's what
You
housewives do, remember?
but you said
Well,
you said two profound things. You said that Wendy should have respected Mia's boundaries.
that's right.
Girl, you just
So
set yourself up.
did
No, I
Mia
didn't.
respect
Wait, hold
Wendy's
on, guys. Let's hear. Let's
boundaries?
hear. Wait, hold on. Let's
Wendy?
hear.
Did Mia respect Wendy's boundaries when she threw her purse, her phone, and a glass at her? Did she respect her boundaries?
They were in
And
battle.
if we
They were in battle.
we cannot accept Wendy's apology, we cannot accept Mia's apology that she did on Twitter.
Okay, I'm definitely going to take a position
Well,
here,
Mia's
and I
apology
don't
is in real
know
time.
if everyone's going to agree,
Mhm.
but like just to give you one small piece of my background, I am a graduate from Hawkins. I also have 4 degrees myself. When I first came on the show, like again, I had my feelings about Wendy, right? Like, you know, I have a similar accolades. I'm in similar rooms, and I'm usually the one who is quiet. Now, I don't know that I would react every way that Wendy did, but I
Come
know that
on.
she is not right. I mean, she's not wrong, because I can tell you this: if I'm
So
on a
wait, hold on,
show,
Sunflower. I'm gonna let you finish, but your Floridian slip was right. But go ahead.
Oh, come on.
No, it
no,
was. But go ahead. I love you, Sunflower. Go ahead.
she wasn't wrong, and I can tell you this because
Mhm.
if I am on national TV and everyone
Mhm.
is talking about a drink, the thing for me when I say she had something thrown at her, it was a purse. And I know that you guys are sitting here and codifying Mia for all these things, and she has successfully manipulated a lot of you into thinking that her background is an excuse to hit someone with a purse. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Everyone keeps talking about water. No, that woman was hit with a purse on national TV, and at that point, I don't know that I could tell her that she was wrong. I can say that it was difficult to remain like calm. I can say that it was very difficult to keep your composure. But I feel like if you had that happen to you, there's no telling what your reaction is going to be. Now, I'm past that part. When Wendy came for that apology, it made so much sense to me because while everyone's talking about what's happening on a show, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes. And I felt like the apology, it took the sting out of the Green Eye Bandits and Mia, painting her into a bitter Black woman, painting her into the aggressive person, painting her or giving them any kind of ammunition to come back and say that she was the problem. So by apologizing, it was the smartest and it was definitely clever, because behind the scenes they can't say, oh, we don't want to work with her, she's not sorry for whatever. No, she came and she said sorry right on national TV. And I felt that was the best thing she could have ever done, because it showed us exactly who Mia was. Mia was never there to get an apology. Mia was never there to talk about her feelings. Mia was exactly there to manipulate every one of you to think about her background and think about her disgusting behavior and provide an excuse for it. And that's the reason why she can't accept the apology. Because you know why? If the goal was to get Wendy to stand down, then she failed. And that's the hardest part that she has to come to. And that's the reason why she can't accept that woman's apology. That's the reason why she can't move on. Because if you take away this thing of, oh, Wendy has reacted, now what, Mia? Now we got to talk about your grandfather with the tongue. Now we got to go talk about all the stuff that's going on. And we have to go down the line. Now, another thing for me, and I'm really sorry, I just took really long to speak to you guys.
No, sis, keep going.
Oh, yeah. Rat-tat-tat Candiace was also a target. From the beginning of the season, it was all talk about how that disgusting woman, I don't know like whether it's factual or not, but that disgusting woman said something about that man. And it was the first time in my life where when a woman said something happened to her, I felt disgusted by having to even reason through that, because this idiot is telling me on TV that she doesn't know, maybe whatever. She made up an entire storyline that could actually destroy this man's life in real life. Disgusting, abominable. Now, here's the thing. Giselle and Ashley, they showed their slip at that dinner, because what happened was when Giselle saw that Ashley and Candiace were getting along, she felt scared and her ankles start shaking, because she knew that she didn't have a storyline. She didn't have anything to stand on. She knew that she had her attack dogs, Robyn, Mia, and Ashley. And the biggest one was Ashley, because again, the other two are not people that we would really care about. So when she saw her attack dog, Ashley, getting along with Candiace, she sent out her dog whistle. Woo! Ashley, remember, y'all not supposed to be together. And then that's when she went ahead and dropped that bomb. Oh, she seen you getting, she said that you were out there running around people. Now, Karen, I normally like Karen's on the show, but I will say, Karen, you gave them that ammunition, because you know why? Charisse is many seasons too late. Why would you even give her a reaction at that point? Had Karen sat there and said, oh, it's old news, and kept going, Charisse's whole thunder on that show was done. But Giselle set that trap for Ashley to bring that up so that Charisse could come in with her thunderous self.
And before you leave that point, I just want to piggyback and say that Mia brought Charisse around, and Miss Grand Dame don't fool with Miss Charisse in any shape, form, or fashion. But to the point that another caller said that Mia didn't want Wendy there. So then why would Mia then have Charisse there, right? Who really has no bone in anything to do with anything right now.
Because again, Mia is not playing chess. Giselle
I agree.
But again, so I don't even think that, I don't know Mia, but I don't think that she randomly thought in her own mind,
I don't think Mia
let me go ahead and bring Charisse. Charisse adds value to nothing. She's only valuable as a pawn for Giselle. And Giselle's goal is to knock out Karen. So when you sit there and watch how manipulated she is, and I watched that eye contact when they mentioned that Ashley and her are getting along, then it all makes sense. Then you understand why Ashley even went to Candiace's house in the first place. Because you know why? Giselle can't have any of this information unless she has her guard squad and get it. Because anybody with a brain would know not to trust her ass. But they're stupid enough to go ahead and trust Ashley when they're talking. They sent Robyn on that boat, not because they give a shit about Robyn. It's because Robyn was sent out there to go ahead and ear hustle and get information to drag that to neck.
Well,
right?
speaking of Robyn,
wait, hold on, guys. Wait, hold on. Mo Better wants to get into this conversation. Downtown, I love you back. And Sunflower, they're connecting with you 100%. So here's the thing. Let me say this before I get to Mo Better. I said from the beginning, I never agreed with what Mia did, but what I said was that Wendy didn't handle it much better either towards the end. So
I agree. But there's a dichotomy there for me. there's a dichotomy there for me, because I know that in many circumstances that I have to take grit to the face. I know that. But that's why I can relate more to Wendy in that moment, because as a Black woman that is highly educated and highly respected, people do spit on us. People think like, oh, once you have these accolades or whatever, life is going to be sweet. No, you get spit on every single day. So I understood in that moment when it was like, Wendy, you are on national TV chewing up these commentators. These barflies are not half as intelligent as the people that you interact with every day. So a part of me was like, but the other part of me, the human side of me, because I know when I'm in those moments and people expect me to rise above, that it's a lot. It's a lot. And I don't know what Wendy was dealing with beyond that to push her over the edge. So for me, I have to give her grace. As a Black woman who is in those shoes, who always has to be the calm one, I have to give her grace, because no one on earth is going to do it for us. Every single person is going to come to us and say, oh my God, I look up to you. Oh my God, the X, Y, Z. And you know what? I can't do it all the time. I can't. So when I'm telling you, I'm across the table and I'm talking to Mia, and I'm saying, hey, me and my husband, we don't do that. And then you sling a drink in my face, and I took it. I took that number one. Then we're talking and talking because I'm already upset. I'm trying to be composed. I'm coming back to you, my words. And then you hit me with a purse. And I can promise you, it was so hard. It was so hard for me to watch that moment, because I felt like everyone in that moment is saying, oh, Wendy, remember, be a professor. Or Wendy, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you have to be a human being when you lie down and go to sleep at night. And as a human being, I'm not here to take licks for the world. I'm not here to mammy anybody. I'm not here to sit here and be anybody's savior. Go pray to Jesus. Go look up to all these things.
But
when
hold
it comes
on.
to me,
You know what? I like your passion. Give me a minute, though. Give me a minute, because I want to talk to you. Allie, thank you for the super chat. Why was Cherie so rude to Wendy on the boat? Why? Right? Because she's just trying to find a moment. Wendy and her barely interacted. For her to be so nasty to her, I agree with you, and thank you for the super chat. So here's the thing, Sunflower. Like, here, Essence. I think I remember, but I don't. Show me your face. I'm the only one that can see it. Then I'll let you up. Thank you, babe. Okay, so I'm gonna let you up. Okay, so here's the thing, Essence. And now listen, I've been not saying that I do not profess to know everything, okay? But I've been on this earth 52 years, and I've been working since I was 13, right? Back in the day, they called it working papers I had to get in order for me to go to work. I'm saying to you that when we know better, we have to do better. And when you want to put yourself in a situation where for lack of a better word, people going to be straight ratchet. And if you're going to get in that situation, they say when you're in the room, right? They said there's a lot of sayings. It says if you're in a room with 4 broke people, look around and look in the mirror, because you're probably the 5th one. If you in the room with 5 ratchet people, look in the mirror, you probably going to be the 6th one. And the reason why they say that when people of a mixed liking get together, somebody's changing somebody. So would you risk everything you built up? You going to go play in the mud after you done cleaned that mud off of yourself? You going to get back in the mud pile with them and think you're not going to get dirty? So my thing is, you don't spend your money and your time getting all of these degrees so that you can stay down in the trenches with everybody else who has nothing to lose and don't give a crap, and you got everything to lose. You think they're going to care about you? So if you go, I'm going to let you in, Sunflower, but if you know you're going to a platform where the whole premises of that platform is built on every season, somebody got to lose. They're playing the game where somebody got to lose. You know why? Because nobody wants to see these kumbaya moments all the time. So you got to say to yourself, somebody's about to get dragged. If you got 2 girls on there that are clearly friends, nobody's going to break Robyn and Giselle, right? They're going to play the game, and they're always going to play to win together, and they're never going to let each other fall, right? hence their podcast, Reasonably Shady. So you got those two that are thick as thieves, and you come in there, you got to find your alliance. Who is it? Is it Candiace? Candiace is on shaky ground because she doesn't even know how to really play the game that well. And she showed us this that past episode. The minute Ashley called you on it, the waterworks came, the tears came. You swore up and down you didn't say nothing about Karen, but you did, right? The minute Robyn put that mic on the table and was playing your live, I would have came back at Robyn and pulled up my own live and said, ladies, y'all not hearing the whole thing. So I get what you're saying. Everybody want to say, well, she's human. We got to allow her to have a human side. Well, if that's the case, you got to allow everybody to have their human side. And so the human side of Mia was to throw water, throw purses, and whatever else, because that's all she ever learned. And so the human side of Wendy, because Wendy has learned more and know better, she should do better. Let me tell you this, right? And when you have somebody that's highly educated, they will never have to tell you. When you have somebody that has tons of money, they're not going to step in the room and tell you they are a billionaire. You'll find out on the flip side, like, holy crap, I didn't know he had all that money or she had all that money. When people got to show up and they got to verbally tell you who they are, to me, it's a problem right there. It's a difference when you enter the room and people like, it's something about that person. It's something about her or something about him. And then later on, you find out, oh, that's a doctor, that's a lawyer. They got 5 degrees. They done started business and buildings and this and that. But when you got to sit there, I'm not going to go in no room and tell nobody who I am. You're going to find out by how I move, what I do, and how I shake. Yes, Sunflower did more better is shaking out of her seat there. But go ahead, Sunflower. What do you want to say to me?
Yeah, you mentioned several points, but I just want to stick closer to Mia. Not Mia, Wendy.
Wendy.
Now, the first thing you said was that, number one, when you get clean, you're not going to go back into where the pigs are, essentially, right?
Right.
Cool. So the way how I understood that was like, okay, you've raised yourself up to be better then, so you don't go back into those environments. However, when you raise yourself up out of the mud, the thing is, even when you're clean, you're white as snow, you now have to deal with other people who are also white as snow, and guess what? You could walk a perfect line, they still will not accept you. Two, the second part about it is that we are talking, or we are putting implications on what Wendy came on the show to do. I'm only telling you guys that I have 4 degrees. I'm only telling you guys that I'm my education so that you can understand I have the exact perspective, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't know that I need to do that because my work speaks for itself. And that's why I don't know that I agree with Wendy's personality, but that's neither here nor there. Mm-hmm. For me, it was like, I don't know if she came on the show to show like, hey, even in the mud, there's some of us that can rise above. I don't know. But the thing that I really want to drill home on is that whether you want to see Mia as a human being for hitting somebody, that's on you. But for me, when Wendy is sitting and talking on TV, there should be no excuse to sit and tell her she needs to be perfect in that moment. No.
Because there's a difference, Sunflower, though, between saying that somebody needs to be perfect. You know what they say, and sometimes I don't get my quotes exactly right. Somebody can help me here. It takes more restraint to say nothing than it does to respond. So you are stronger when you're able to sit there and say nothing than if you respond, right?
But hold on, I'm
gonna let you in. Let me just read the super chat. Wynn had to let all girls know I'm more buck, I will nuck.
One more buck, I will nuck. Okay.
What does that mean? Yeah.
Because we nucking and bucking and ready to fight.
She's about that life. She's keeping it cute, but she will go there. And I feel like, I'm kind
Thank
of
you for that interpretation. Go ahead.
One more nuck and I will buck. And I felt that because don't forget that when they had that hot mic moment, they were already trying Wendy. Like she was already being tried. So granted, I understand keeping it cute, but to a certain extent, with Potomac, you have to show them like y'all not about to play with me. And I think that's where Ashley went with Mia at the dinner. Like Ashley showed Mia, like, listen, sis, I'm not a flunky. Like all that other like big ball stuff, try it with somebody else on the cast, but I'm not bowing down to you. I That's how I interpreted Ashley and Mia's um, you know, altercation. And I feel like Wendy had to go there. She didn't go too far, but I think she showed that she's not gonna be played with.
Okay, I want to say one thing, and then I really want to drop.
Okay.
Here's the thing: the way that you're viewing this. Look, there is no wrong or right way, and I think that's the better way to look at it, right? When you're saying, "Hey, I'm gonna handle myself at class," that's pressure. Because the thing is, every other Caucasian woman out there, she can break, she can crack, and she can bounce back. But for some reason, when you're Black and you're highly educated and you highly hit the top, for some reason I can't break or crack or snap, because that's when people will try you the most. And for me, it wasn't more or less of would I react that same way. For me, it's very important to say, hey, Wendy, you crack. Don't worry, baby, I got you. Don't worry, girl, I'm behind you. And don't worry, girl, I understand and I reassure you that your feelings were valid. And even though this is not your best moment in life, because that woman has got it, I want to just be able to say, like, hey, Wendy, don't worry, baby, snap up and come back here. Because I feel like if I say, Wendy, you shouldn't have done XYZ, she's already going to feel terrible. She probably has came out of character already. So me personally, as being another Black woman in one of the highest Black women in my field, again, I don't know I would move the same way as Wendy, but I damn sure gonna give her room to crack. And I damn sure gonna come behind her. I'm damn sure gonna say, hey, Wendy, baby girl, you human, I got you. Because nobody on earth is gonna do that. No white man's gonna do that. No white woman's gonna do that. And damn sure not our own people, because they're over here worried about how the fact that we're not supposed to be in mud, we're supposed to be clean. So that's why I feel like I have a stronger alliance with what she's saying. And I'm gonna let her crack, because y'all let these white people get away with this shit all the time. You let them bounce
Okay,
back.
so hold on 1 second, Sunflower.
Yeah.
The
This
thing.
isn't to you, by the way. This isn't to you directly.
Oh
So,
no, I don't.
yeah.
No, listen, no, I'm good. I'm good, right? The thing is, sometimes with all of us, right? So we're good here. We talk generic, and I'm fine. The thing is, sometimes is we mix conversations. That's the way I'm going to say it, right? But let me read this super chat real quick. Allie, thank you so much for the super chat. In real life, a person doesn't have to tell you they are highly educated, but on a platform like the Real Housewives of Potomac, they have to say those things. It's a reality show. Her education is a part of her reality. Okay, I can get that, right? Pretty Me Jay, thank you for the super chat. I agree with you, Diva, but I don't believe that Wendy did the best she could in this situation. But you believe that Wendy did the best she could in this situation. Okay, so
I don't know.
not okay, and I'm gonna let you in, nah, Diva. Human instinct does not disappear because it degrees. Okay, so I think let me just say this, and then I'm gonna let whoever speak, right? Wants to speak. I'm not saying a piece of paper is never going to change and make, the human side of you disappear. But I'm saying in real life, and I'm coming to you, Mo Better. I'll come to you right next after I finish speaking. But what I'm saying is when we know better, we do better, right? And so if I sit here and I have a job, I'm just making this stuff up right now in the White House, and I decide that I'm going to go on a reality show. Maybe it's going to be my part-time job because the check is nice, right? You don't jeopardize your main job for the part-time job. So maybe I'm saying that I hope that could connect a little bit better with some people. I don't want to keep running my mouth more better. What do you want to say?
Thank you.
Yes.
It's hard to get in.
I know. Everybody's passionate.
Sunflower, I want to say thank you to you because you.
Wait, I can't really hear you.
Okay, I just muted her, so go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Sunflower, I want to say thank you to you because I didn't understand Wendy's apology until you explained it. So now it makes a little bit more sense to me. As far as I don't know if I'm sleeping ahead of you, Diva. You can stop me if you want to. the car ride back home after they had the night out, and Ashley was like filming on her phone, and I think Candiace had a rat-a-tat-tat moment, but I understand her rat-a-tat-tat moment because it's like I've been drunk before and forgot that I had an issue with you, and then I remember like an hour later, oh wait a minute, you said something to me, you did something wrong to me. So when she came at Robyn, it wasn't uncalled for, and people keep coming at her for that, and I don't like that because Robyn did her wrong. Period. Point blank. Why are you putting my speech on a Bluetooth phone for everyone to hear?
Okay, hold on. 1 second, Moletta. Alexis, thank you for the super chat. Diva, words matter. I was told by my parents I should know better, but was never taught. Am I reading that right? I was told by my parents I should know better, but was never taught. Remember how Wendy's mom controlling nature? Why do we give Mia grace but can't extend for Wendy? She's human. Okay, so let me just add this, and I'll add this. I have grace for Wendy wholeheartedly. I think what happened was wrong, but I think, when two wrongs happen, no matter how much passionate we feel about either side, we got to acknowledge that both wrongs happened, right? And so, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Miss Diva. I'm on specific time, but I really need to drop. But before I go, I did want to speak to you because, like, there is a school of thought of people who believe like Wendy should do better and hold that head high and stuff like that. Whereas me, behind the scenes, it's not so easy, right? And that's why I'm a lover. I'm a lover so much here because I know how hard it is to be disappointed in yourself and to still hold up the mantle and to have other people throwing tomatoes at you, right? But after I've shared a lot more insight with you as someone who has to hold the line myself, would you at least be open to thinking more about the fact that no one extends this space for Black women, and that maybe whether you align with her or not, that you can cover Wendy a little bit more? For example, if it were Michelle, no, I'm not comparing Wendy to Michelle Obama, right? If Michelle Obama, if somebody throw a drink on Michelle Obama, baby, we fighting and we going down in the trenches together. Or if someone hit Michelle Obama and she gets up and she cusses him out good one more time, we're still gonna love on Michelle. We're still gonna say, okay, Michelle, that was it. I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, Michelle, you should have done better in that moment, So, like, could you at least, even if it's not what you would do, because again, I'm similar, right? But could you at least open that little bit of space to say, you know what? I don't know that I agree with you, but I know that a lot of people are not gonna give you any slides, and I'm not gonna give you a slide myself, but I'm gonna give you some room. To fuck up and come back again. Sorry for this.
No, it's okay. So you know what, Sunflower, I got your passion. I'm connecting with you, and I like you a lot. So I think sometimes, if I don't know how long you listen to me, like I'd be like boom, 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 boom with my thought process, right? So here's the thing: I will always, always cover a sister, right? But I come from a group of friends. Like one of my best friends, I could get on the phone and tell her a situation, and she'd be like, suck it up, Buttercup. You was wrong. Call so-and-so back and apologize and get your life together. So I come from a bunch of friends that we don't sugarcoat stuff with each other, right? We say, get your life together, because here's the thing. You know what a cop told me one time? He said, if you don't get your son together, right? And my son is, he's a good kid, but he was saying in general, he was talking. He said, if you don't get your son together, then one day the police in the streets will. So when we want to sugarcoat stuff with our friends, we want to rub them on the shoulder and act like da 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 da. And so for the most part, usually this discipline and stuff like that, it happens behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, I want to say that.
Right. I would never check my girlfriend in front of the streets, and my girlfriend would never check me. But everybody mute, please. And then when it's your turn to speak, I'll let you speak. So we never check each other in front of people. But the problem here is with this reality show is, right? Once you do it, Somebody's still not muted. Hold on, guys. So once you do it, it's for the world's consumption, right? And so
Yeah.
I do believe that someone spoke to Wendy, whether it was her mom, her husband, or whatever. And I give her a whole lot of credit for being able to come to that table and to accept her responsibility in the situation. Now, Mia is Mia, but why do we expect Mia to accept the apology when Mia was the one that threw the drink, threw the bag, was the one, she's for the shenanigans,
Come
right?
on, Diva.
Oh,
So
but
why
my
would you
focus isn't
expect
with Mia though.
anything? Why would you all of a sudden expect her to be the higher role? Now, Wendy
No.
did say something at the table when she looked at Candace. She said, just brush it off, right? That's what I'm talking about. So when you dealing
But
with
Mia,
somebody like that, you gotta brush it off. Here's the thing, Sunflower. I'm connecting with you, but somebody is still not muted. So I'm gonna let y'all in. Just give me a minute. Um, what I'm saying is, when you have so much to lose, I'm not saying that we not human. I'm not saying that we don't get the short end of the stick, but I am saying as I grow and I learn more and I'm teaching the people that come behind me, don't let them break you. Don't let them see you sweat. Because unfortunately, the way the world stands right now, we can cry all day long that is not right, but it will still happen to us. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So Wendy worked her way, and listen, degrees cost money. Degrees cost money. And that's a whole nother scandal in and of itself, right? So you spent all of this money on all of these degrees, and you're going to sit there on TV. You already said they don't cut us no slack.
But
So
we
who
should cut
you
each
think
other
is
some
dropping?
slack, and we should create an
Right,
avenue
we
where
can
it
cut
could
each other
happen.
some
It will
slack,
never happen
Sunflower.
if.
Wait,
Oh,
okay, somebody's not on hold. Okay,
yeah,
we
sorry.
can cut each other some slack, Sunflower, but what you got to understand, for the most part, the people that can give us a leg up, they're the ones that won't cut us slack, and they're watching also.
I have a
But go ahead.
question.
Could
A
I
quick
Oh, I
just
question.
want to.
say
I want to drop.
something? Could I
Sorry.
just
Thanks,
say
everyone.
one
Yes,
thing?
go ahead. Go ahead. Say
D-
one thing.
I just don't feel like degrees don't prepare you for this kind of environment. Degrees are there to prepare you for specific things. So when you sit in a class and they're like, so when you're on TV and somebody assaults you and humiliates you on TV, how do you react to that? Where's that degree? Where's that class at?
Oh
Like,
no, baby, no. Just because I have a degree doesn't mean I can't cut a bitch. The problem is that
no, I'm not
no,
saying
it's just
that.
that
I'm
we
not
wouldn't
saying
want
that.
to.
I'm just saying,
No,
where's
hang
that
on.
class?
There is
No, but
let me tell you this. Hang on, let me give you my little story a little bit.
yeah.
My mom is from the ghetto. My family is from the ghetto.
Mhm.
I just happen to be the a lot to get out of it, right? But when I'm in the room or whatever, or if something has happened and I don't react, it's not because I don't know how to react. It's not because I don't know how to read a bitch. It's because I choose not to, right? And it's a combination of things. So people think that just because you're walking in a straight line or anything like that, that you can't slide down in the ghetto with them. What Diva is
But that's
saying,
what I'm saying.
you're
Where's
saying
the
that there's no
class
class
at?
to do it.
No,
You don't need a
no.
class.
What I'm
Life is a
trying to
class.
say is there's no class to teach you how to react to when people come at you that way. So
You're putting people
degrees or
with
not.
degrees in a box. No.
No. I have degrees, but there's no degree who's gonna teach me how somebody comes at me on the street who's like there's no class like a class, like a real class that's gonna be like when somebody comes at me on the street that I'm supposed to react this way. There is no class for that. It's not about classism, it's about nobody's taught that when you're caught in that moment where somebody humiliates you on TV, no matter how many degrees you have, that could prepare you for that.
I have
That's
an
all I'm
answer for
saying.
you.
Diva,
I have
man.
an answer for you because we know that Wendy is studious. And Peter has said before Wendy came to meet with him about that restaurant, she did her research. So we don't want to assume that Wendy went and got all of these degrees and she didn't research the reality television show that she was going to be a part of. A part of researching the show is reaching out to other reality stars. So researching the show is rewatching those old episodes,
Right.
rewatching not only the Housewives of
Right.
Potomac franchise, but rewatching other franchises. This is what the Housewives is. And somebody said, well, if Michelle Obama did it, will we feel the same way? Michelle Obama will never join a show like this. Okay, the Secret Service will be all over anybody who threw any water at Michelle. They would be in prison. Okay, Barack Obama will handle that. Michelle would not be in this situation. Wendy cannot have it both ways. You can't say I'm in the lane of Michelle Obama, but you want to hang over here with Nene Leakes. You need to choose your path and choose it wisely.
And I don't think Wendy is complaining. I really haven't heard. I don't think Wendy's making a funk. Now her mom justifiably so dragged me on Twitter. That has nothing to do with Wendy. I don't think Wendy is making a funk about it. I even on the show, I haven't heard her make a funk about it. So I think we the people are making a funk about it.
But we can talk about housewives all we want, and like you just said, oh well, Michelle wouldn't be on this show. But when you look at Beverly Hills, Lisa Vanderpump, she didn't have to be in all that. She's got class. She didn't have to hit anybody. It doesn't mean because you're on that show that you got to be subjected to this kind of thing, or I mean, I don't know.
agree
I
with you.
mean,
You don't
Okay,
have
so wait, hold
everybody
on one
should
second,
be.
guys. Hold on one second, guys. Let me read this super chat. So Alexis, thank you for the super chat. No, I can not let it go that easy. You might, Diva, and I might that. Some of us went through some severe trauma. We're speaking up for our boundaries. It's a war, cry, not weakness. So, all right, this is
Diva,
the thing.
may I speak?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I just like to add, well, I don't want to say too much, but I'm college educated also. But I used to do a lot of speaking engagements, and I went to a workshop that taught you your triggers and how to pick up signs. And the first thing I would do was have someone in that room that knew my trigger signs and knew what would take me off, and they could give me a signal that would let me know. And then outside that signal, I could make a move, and they would know I needed help, and they would chime in. Wendy doesn't have that on the show. She's probably used to it, but she doesn't have that. So she's got to pick all that up on her own. And that's one of her problems. So she's got to learn her triggers and learn how to use them all on her own. I just wanted to add that because I think Tamara was saying that, nobody does teach you that. You have to have a course in that in public speaking. You have to know that. And most commentators do. They have somebody in the room or something tells them their triggers. So I just wanted to add that.
I appreciate you coming up, and it was nice meeting you. Let me just say this, guys, because we can really have a whole trending topics about this situation and how you handle situations. And I'm talking across the board here, right? With the conversation is coming up because of what's going on the Real Housewives of Potomac, but in real everyday life, if you want to get along in these jobs, you want to have some longevity in your employment, you want to have some longevity in any like maybe group activities that you do and interact with other people are going to push your buttons. But the thing is, when I was growing up, I don't see too many commercials now because of the fact of all of these streaming services and all of that. But there was a deodorant commercial, and it said, "Don't let them see you sweat."
Yeah.
Don't let them see you sweat. You're going to sit there. Let me say this, and not because I'm superhuman, not because I'm all of that, not because I have some degrees, but because I have learned there's a certain way that you got to get along in this world. And there's certain rooms that we need to get through the door in. You cannot paint a house looking through the window. You got to be in the room. So what I'm saying is we can't get in the room if we want to stay at this thing where I have a right, I'm human, I'm this, I'm that. There's certain places where if you can't control your temper, you will never get in the door. And if you get in the door, they're going to kick you out and never let you back in. I'm saying that I agree. Come on, Wendy is human. I get it. I also agree that, listen, people can push your buttons. And I also agree that, you know what, in that situation, Mia was wrong with her stuff that she was throwing, but Wendy threw some smoke in the game too, right?
Yes, she
And
did.
and I can love Wendy. I don't like. I knew that that situation was wrong to me, and I said it before. Wendy passed the biggest hurdle with that situation with her and Mia. When she survived the fact that Mia threw that drink in her face, I would have personally left knowing that none of them ladies was on my side. They was all ratchet, especially Robyn, because Robyn wanted to film it and she wasn't filming it to help me. She was filming it to take Wendy down. So when you're in a room with 5 people and nobody's on your side, I'm going to exit the room.
That's
I'm
right.
going to exit the room. That's just me, right? And so I think that Wendy came back and apologized for several reasons, right? She knew that she let them pull at her worst nerve, right? And that she lost it too. Because let's be clear, Wendy said I would kick her behind if I went back to that room. She told, come on, let her go. She said, I let you get away with throwing that drink. I'm not going to let you get away with nothing else. So we got to acknowledge that there was something going on too with Wendy, right? So now I will say this because we didn't add this in it. It's a shame because the ladies had a really good time partying together. And then it was a breakdown again in the band. And again, what somebody mentioned about Candiace, my thing is if you can't hold your liquor and control your liquor, then you shouldn't be drinking it. But that's me, right? So I grew up very old school, so to speak, where my grandmother, grandfather, you know, aunties, they was on in the business. And every time we would go to the summer to my grandmother's house, when you ate dinner at the table, you got a lot of lessons that you didn't want to learn, but you had to hear. And maybe they didn't penetrate you at that moment, but they impacted me and I understood it like later on in life. Okay. And one thing my grandmother always said is you do not always have to respond just because somebody's saying something to you. And my brother is who's 10 years younger than me, right? He tells me all the time, because somebody put the cards on the table, don't mean you got to pick them up. So let's go around and close this out. We can really have a longer, bigger conversation about this. I understand that everybody's passionate. They want the protection of Wendy. Trust me, I'm feeling for Wendy too. But if we're all going to learn how to rise up, rise above, and become significant people in these different businesses in the world, we're going to have to learn how to not allow somebody else to control the way we react, right? I'm not going to let somebody else control me. Royer, how do you want to close this out?
Yeah, this was another good episode. I am super excited about the rest of this season.
Yes.
As we was talking about the other day, you know, the new trailer has been released for part 2, and we are going gutter low, y'all. So get ready. Y'all can go ahead and stop talking about Michelle. When we go high, we go low, cause bump that. We ain't going high. We going straight to hell. Okay. So y'all go ahead and get ready.
Yes,
Um,
Royer.
I am I'm still in my feelings with the Grand Dame, so hopefully the Grand Dame can change my feelings next week about her. I am ready for the mic to be turned on and for Kieran to talk like this in the microphone once her and Ray say whatever they have to say walking down the stairway. Yeah, I'm ready for that. Um, the celebration for Karen's birthday, the fire, the all of that, the entertainment was beautiful. I loved it, Diva. I'm with you. I might have to get some money and plan that for our next party because that was just lovely, and it was kind of turning on for me too, Karen. So I agree with you, girl. It was like, ooh, I kind of want to get some now. But yes, we are going to continue to stand behind Candiace. We are not going to continue with the mistreatment of Candiace and Wendy. Candiace, we're going to continue to cry our tears and we're going to continue to let these people know about themselves because what we're not going to do is come for Candiace continuously and then never accept responsibility for what we do. So just like y'all can point the finger at Candiace, just remember you got three pointing back at you so that you're reminding yourself of what you're doing continuously throughout this season. As she has said, you have lied, you have cheated, you have stolen, you have done all the above, and all of y'all get away with all of this. But Wendy does one little thing, just one little thing. And we hold her to the cross for it. We penalize her this whole vacation. Wendy couldn't spend time with anybody in the group. And it's just horrible. But I am so thankful that Ashley and Candiace and the Grand Dame, they all came together to continue to reach out to Wendy this whole episode. You know what? Even though I started off a little rocky with Ashley this season, I'm really going to give it up to Ashley because Ashley stood her ground. She said it is unfair that Wendy has to go away from her family. She came and was invited just like everybody else, but then she has to sit the trip out. It's unfair, unacceptable, and I just don't understand. Mia, you brought Sharice to this trip, so if Karen can be uncomfortable her whole birthday trip and have Sharice around, why can't you be uncomfortable the trip and allow Wendy to be around? To me, it just seems like that she was a little scared because you already assaulted Wendy and you know that Wendy can give you the business. So you just scared to get hit for real, for real. But anyways, great episode. I am ready for next week. I am not holding no kind of standards up against Wendy because until we start holding these same standards with everybody else on this cast and on the other shows, we're going to allow Wendy continue to do what she does, claim her 4 doctorate degree, read these people for filth, and continue to keep stepping with her beautiful children and her beautiful husband and her beautiful family. So shout out. This week is all about Candiace and Wendy. We are no longer allowing the bully to be bulliers. We are no longer allowing us to sit back and take it. No, we are standing up for what we did, and we're going to take responsibility. Hats off to Wendy. I will have to agree with Sunflower. She did change my mind on the apology because at first I wasn't feeling the apology from Wendy, but that does make sense. Now we can never go back and say that Wendy didn't apologize, not only publicly to the public, but she also apologized personally to Mia by name, even though Mia decided to be petty and childish and immature and ignore the apology and act like she didn't hear it. But hats off to everyone tonight. Y'all did a great job. This was a very fun time. I'm going to go ahead and get off because I have a funeral that I have to be at early in the morning. So you guys have a wonderful night. And OMG, you guys, good news. So I've been taking this class and I passed my test on today. So congratulations to me. I'll be getting my certificate.
You know, wait to make this say that. Thanks, Maria. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Robyn, close out, Robyn. Quickly. Robyn, can you hear me? Did I lose everybody?
I'm here.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Okay, Robyn might not can't hear me. Okay, Emmanuel, close out.
Okay. I gotta give it up first to Ashley, like Greer mentioned. I think it was really awesome of her to include Wendy. I think she genuinely felt that it was wrong. I also gotta give it up to Ashley because not Ashley, Candiace, because okay, if you noticed, Robyn kept saying, "Oh, she mentioned everybody in the Instagram live, right?" So, and I'm glad that Candiace said, "No, you know what? Let me clarify. I don't like you, Giselle, and I don't like you. Who was it? Ashley.
Forehead Ashley.
Ashley, yeah. So I gotta give it up to her as well. Okay, poor Karen. You could see in her face she felt betrayed when she heard that. Like, did you see the way she turned her head?
She did.
Like, she just felt so bad. And then, okay, I'm gonna say something. Look, remember we were talking a few weeks back who should be first chair in the reunion?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I feel like Robyn has earned it. Because think about it, as petty and as pathetic as that stunt was with the speaker, it got Candiace activated, it got Ashley activated, it got Karen activated, and it got her to fight with Robyn after the club. I mean, with Candiace. So Robyn is kind of stepping it up, as much as we might not like
it. It's a messy step up.
Yeah. And then last thing, I'm starting to like Candiace this season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, girl, you did allude to that Karen was doing something. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
100%. And I'm
let's
waiting to
not
see how
backtrack
she's
on
gonna handle this at the
it.
reunion.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see how she's gonna handle this at the reunion. Yes. All
Yeah,
right.
but good episode. Did you guys notice it was a little bit longer?
It was.
Yeah, it was a little bit
It was.
longer.
It
I
was an
think
hour
because
and
they wanted to
15.
give us, they wanted to give us the heat. They wanted to give us the heat. But Essence, close out for us. What is your final words?
Okay. I'm so sorry. I got way lost in my thoughts. Okay, I want to talk about the awkwardness between Candace and Jacqueline. What is going on with that? I feel like it's just getting a little bit too uh agitated, I guess. Like, am I the only one who feels like that? Candace and Jacqueline are really giving off steam to each other. And that's something that really caught my attention. Um, I like that Ashley is showing Mia that she's not gonna bow down to her. I feel like
Yeah.
that's another dynamic. I'm all about the B plots at this point. I'm over Wendy and Mia. I'm over that conversation. I can't take it no more. So Jacqueline and Candace, I'm definitely watching. Mia and Ashley, I'm definitely watching. And I think that's about it. But I came in late, so I don't know if y'all talked about Candace and Jacqueline, but there's something there.
Yeah, we did. We did. So listen, I usually come on 8 p.m. Today I did 8:30.
Mhm.
But come see us next time. But
I
thank you for
will.
stopping by. Yes, Smoke, close us out. 60 seconds. I'm tired.
Oh no, I got you. So I really enjoyed this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Mia, hosting this trip. I've been on field trips that are better as an elementary school person. So she's no longer allowed to host any trips on any Housewives franchise for the rest of her life. Um, I will agree with Emmanuel. I think Robyn has earned her first seat, but I don't think she realizes the pressure it takes to perform in that seat next to Andy for a full day of taping for a reunion. So we'll see if she'll have as much bite as she's had this season. Candiace, you should never, ever, ever tell Ashley something because
Mhm.
she is always waiting for Mad Day to come so she can unleash the floodgates. So that is on you. But they showed a preview for next season, the next episode where she feels she does admit to the saying, like, I did say that, and she wants to make it right with Karen. So I think her and Karen will be good by the reunion, so they'll be fine.
Okay.
Wendy is a better person than me, like I said. So we're not going to make excuses. We're going to call a thing. And just to clarify, Michelle Obama would never be on one of these shows, but she did say on her book tour that she does watch Real Housewives of Potomac and Atlanta.
Yes, she
So,
did. She did.
but I'm here for it. I love everyone here. I love the banter that we have here. Thank you, Diva, for allowing us this platform to share and commune with each other, shade and love on each other. And yeah, let's be back next week.
Yeah. E, your final word, 60 seconds. 60 seconds. I'm tired.
Well, I do want to say thank you for allowing us to come up and voice a different opinion. I definitely appreciate you and the other guests on the on the panel. I'm sorry. What I will say though to close out, and people are going to hate it, and that's fine. If Wendy missed her kids and family that much after going on a vacation and being ostracized, should have called Delta and booked a flight and went back home. When we say that because Candiace, when she said on that recording that all of these young ladies are messy and they're all fake, she should have included herself because you threw shade at Karen and Karen hadn't done anything to you all season. Truthfully, she had been nothing but neutral. And in regards to Michelle Obama watching the show, come on. Just because I go to the circus doesn't mean I want to participate in the circus. I'm watching for entertainment. So if Wendy wants to really elevate and take her political career seriously, get off this show. And in 10 seconds or less, how desperate is she to be a part of this group when all of the women, with the exception of 2, don't want to have anything to do with you, don't want to film you, and you are still fighting to be accepted? Listen, love starts with self. Love yourself first and move on.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yes, E, she should have went home. Come on, Jersey. Come on now. We just trying to tell you. Sebastian, 60 seconds. I got to go.
60 seconds, and I
Yeah.
got you. Okay, first of all, this episode was trashy. It was very trashy. It went from
Mhm.
low to high to low again. I'm tired of this nonsense. The thing is, you don't want the thing. The Grand Dame is the one that you don't want to touch. When you want to throw
Mhm.
those little darts, throw those little shades, throw those little subliminals, Candice messed up there because now it's going down. And you know
Mhm.
who I believe told Candice all this nonsense? Charisse. Charisse is the one who probably implanted all these little things in Candice's heads.
I can believe that.
And Charisse, she's about to get herself some too. Next episode, we're about to see Charisse get into it. I'm tired of the fact that people keep associating Ashley with being a snake. No, Ashley's doing her job. Ashley's getting paid for what she does, and she is messy like me. And I love Ashley. Ashley needs to keep doing what she's doing because she needs to make sure that she secures that check while she's going through her divorce. Because it's very important to have a stream of income when
Well,
you're
I
going through
think
tragic moments.
the TikTok check must be good too because that whole trip she didn't miss a TikTok, not a day.
Well, she is doing her job, and let Ashley be her influencer self.
Listen, guys, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. This episode it was good and had its moments in it. And Karen's face did it all for me. Okay, if I didn't like anything else on that show, Karen's face at that dinner table, like, oh my God, you talking about me and Ray Ray? Okay, don't talk about Karen and Ray Ray. So listen,
Why was
tomorrow
she
night
crying?
because you know what it
Why
hurt
was
her.
Candice crying?
Oh, Candice, because she knew she lied. Is she she full
Come
of
on, that's
crap.
right.
And I love Candice, but she knows she lied. And then listen, tomorrow night I'll be here with the real, I'm saying the real Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was everything. It was everything. The moment between the brothers, it was everything. We'll talk. See you here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for stopping through. See you next time. Bye. Don't forget
Adios.
to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Bye.